But there are a lot of CV squared has 51 5 degrees of freedom, making
On the way home, I got hungry and I ate it. We're Americans and we don't like competition, okay? I'm eating and I'm reading a book. And that's when you just comes up.
Step right this way, life breaks inside. Step right this way, life breaks inside. Believe in wonderland. See the city, skeleton man, feisty sideways twins, sexy stick woman, beautiful married lady, unbelievable again, painless human pincushion, and devious fire eater.
All right, welcome all. Hope everybody's having a good day, whatever. Ouch. We're going to get this show on the road in just a minute. So I hope we can distract all of you from the insanity of the world. The Fire Eater. All right. Thank you all very much for coming and joining us for another installment of Crazy Shite. We have a bunch of crazy shite for all of you. Obviously, that's why it's called that. So let's bring in, let me find the right thing. Our lovely co-host to the show, which of course is our...
Let's make it happen, Captain.
And I hit the wrong thing.
She truly is a queen today.
There we go.
I was gonna say I'm not a tiny captain.
Yeah, I know. My finger slipped. But we'll talk about that later. So how are you doing, my love?
I'm okay. Exhausted, but I'm okay.
All right. So we don't have any
Everybody else will be joining us soon. They're just finishing up a game, so
you can tell them. I'm sure that nobody cares that they know what everybody's. They're all playing Phasmophobia. They're all ghost hunting and stuff. They're all having
yes. Well, no, I wasn't trying to keep it a secret. I was just saying.
Yeah,
no,
I know. Yeah, no, I'm just having fun with it. So they're all trying to ask the sign of the ghost. They want to know what zodiac sign the ghost is, and they're trying to finger ghost, right?
I believe
is that the whole.
That's what it is.
That's the whole premise of Phasmophobia is fingering ghosts.
Yes. You have to finger out the ghost, and there's also some other things you have to do with the ghosts. You know, like peg them with a crucifix and stuff like that. You know,
and you get like UV lights that you can see where all the jizz stains are, and all kinds of fun things in it. So if you ever want to play with all of them, come into Queen's Discord. They play a lot. I enjoy the game, but it doesn't click with me as much. So I just watch them all play it. But let's get into the thingy-mabobbers for the stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do is the disclaimers. And of course, the second one, the fair use disclaimer. And then, of course, before we show our channel sponsors advert, I always have to play this.
Wait a second. Are you a flat earther?
And if you are...
Call a crackhead.
That's never going to get old for me. All right. So before we get into saying hello to the side chat, I have to play, of course, our sponsors advertisement. Because the only reason that this channel keeps itself going is because of one person. Now, if you want to be a channel sponsor, you can donate $50 just once to get your name up in the lights to either PayPal, Cash App, or the other thing, Venmo. There we go. So I'm going to play this, and then we're going to bring in our next guest. So here is our channel sponsors advert. And that, of course, is Skits Crasher. So thank you very much, Skits Crasher, for being so amazing and helping all of us out and donating so much to charities and so many people and other things and stuff that I can't mention on stream because you've not given me permission to talk about what you bought. And never mind. So anyways, Let's get to our next guest. And of course, it's our
Mama.
Oh, Mama. So how are you doing, Mama?
Mommy. Mommy.
We can't hear you if you're trying to speak.
She's muted.
Okay. So speaking of that.
What? What? Oh. What was in this shit?
Okay. Mom, are you there? All right. Mama, whenever you want, go ahead and give us a sign. So while we're waiting for Mama, I'm going to go ahead and we'll say hello to the side chat. We have the Demon Orb, of course. Welcome, Demon. Of course, our channel sponsor, Skits Crasher. We got the J. Troy. Sir Little Wolf or Little Wolf.
Yes, my Wolfie is here.
Yes.
Our Wolfie hasn't been here in forever.
Yes, we're glad to have you back. Of course, Mark Short. Mama seems to be having problems with her stuff and things, so hopefully she gets her internal microphone figured out, and so we can. Never mind. That's a different thing. OnlyFans. We'll talk about that later. And okay, so welcome, Super Ghost.
Okay, if Super Ghost is here, where is everybody else?
Exactly. So all of the other stream pervs. For a second, I thought Mama private message us. Hang one, bro. But it says, hang on, be right back. And I read it as, hang one, bro. What? Okay. All right. So here we blow. Hopefully they all join us. Just like always, we're gonna throw this out into the zeitgeist. If you would like to join us. Hi, Mama.
Hello. It was not recognizing my mic for some reason, but I got it fixed.
Okay.
So I'm doing good, by the way.
You just flashed it and then it started working.
I flashed it, yeah.
Yeah.
Usually gets to working, he gets scared and runs away.
Yeah, there we go. And then of course the Harry Warp. If there's anybody in the side chat who wants to join us on the panel, just like always, just message us in the decimal chords or let us know in the side chat or somewhere, and we will bring you on.
Right.
Sweet. We have the Ivy Coon joining us as well.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Ivy.
Alien Bigfoot. I'm an expert in that. I had a Bigfoot in the ISS in my new video once. In my news video once. I knew I read that one.
Dude,
yes, I believe that.
That's mommy abuse.
That Bigfoot gets around.
Yeah, and Big Head is abusing mommy right now. So Big Head, behave. I'm actually glad that so far we're at Alien Bigfoot at 36%, which I believe is what is the top right now. So if you've not voted in this poll, please stroke my poll. I mean, vote in the poll.
Throw money at me on the poll.
Yeah, exactly.
No coins, only paper money. Coins will hurt.
Coins. Those hurt.
I hate getting hit with pennies. And actually, that happened to me when we were busking on the in Old Town Square in Fort Collins. We were in the middle of a show, and all this,
roboting.
Just pennies rolling away from us.
My baby.
Yeah, I know. I can see. There's.
I was going to say it'd be worse to be hit with quarters and be called a 2-bit whore when you're in the poll.
That's very true.
I luckily have never had any type of change thrown at me. No, I can't say that. One time we had Canadians come down and they were throwing the $1 and $2 coins up on stage.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, one of the girls actually slipped on one and broke her leg.
Ow.
Wow.
Paying Bitcoin to be a bit whore.
Yes.
I like that, Sir Little Wolf. That's perfect.
As soon as there it goes. Now I see it. Okay. Yes, exactly. And welcome, Tubian. And yes, Bigfoot as in they're from another planet. So they are aliens from another galaxy, whatever. That's what we're speaking about. That's why I had to do this when I saw this. Unfortunately, but fortunately for us, it's actually a like 1 hour and 36-minute freaking documentary, but we're only going to go over a little bit of it because we have 4 other subjects. But we are going to delve partially into how there are people believe that. Okay, here it goes. Everybody, get your face palm protection ready. Get your things out of punching range. These people, I don't know if they 100% go over it in this because I've only watched part of it. Some people believe Bigfoot is a transdimensional, transgender, multidimensional alien from another galaxy. that can turn itself invisible and not move itself throughout time. You know what I'm saying?
So it's a Chewbacca, is what you're saying. It's a Chewie.
Yeah, sure.
Wasn't Chewbacca Bigfoot?
It's a Wookiee.
And
basically.
I think that it's transgender, so we can change sexes and all other fun, weird, crazy shite. So that's what we're going to be going over. So what I'm going to do is, if you've not voted in the poll, go ahead and do that now. Otherwise, I'm going to stop this in just a second, and we're going to go through the order that the poll is. And
very true, Ivy.
In the meantime, I am sitting here sending out invites for the show.
Okay. We have a 33% alien Bigfoot and 33% electric fogs, and 17 and 17. So we need a tiebreakers or 2.
Come on, we need them tiebreakers.
If we can get like 1 or 2 more, if not, we'll just go in the order that I was going to kind of go with. But I mean, once again, that's the reason I do the poll, is so it's up to y'all, like what you all would like to go over first.
Okay. Excuse me.
You've got to at least have 1 more vote. If not, we'll go with whatever. I mean, it doesn't
Whatevs.
Okay. So I don't think we have any more people in here, and it looks like we have 12 votes and there's 10 people watching. So it was probably everybody else voted. Oh, there we go. There's our tiebreaker, at least for the beginning to the second. And then the last 2, we will just go with it. So we're going to end the poll now with Alien Bigfoot. Was the
all right.
Electric Fog second. Fallen Angels, and then MudFlood. And we'll probably do it in that order because I know you all want to hear about how we've somebody has found a fallen angel, the proof of fallen angels. Oh my god, that's not fun. Okay.
What happened? You okay?
The jewelry for my ball piercings have been like shrinking into the scrotum, so I'm going to have to go in and have him put larger barbells or longer barbells in.
Right.
Because this is not excuse me, sir, you're not old enough to be here. We're gonna have
hello,
to...
Prince. How are you?
Hi, Prince. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Lies. He is old enough.
So what I was just talking about, never mind. We'll talk about that later.
Stop treating me like a little kid. I'm an adult now.
Yeah, you don't want to hear about my scrotum. So
at this point, I don't care. Do you know how much people talk to me about their dick?
Yeah. Yes, exactly, Ivy. There is a version of electric fog that is something, but then there's also the conspiracy theory around it, and that's what we're going to be talking about.
Okay.
But yes,
Gotcha.
There is a version of this that exists, and we will talk about that a little bit as well, because there are people that understand the real science of these things. And then there's the conspiracy theorists who believe that it's trans-dimensional, blah blah blah, yacky schmacky, that time ports you and blah and stuff and things. And that's what
basically
we're going
stuff
over
that makes more sense to them other than the simplistic stuff.
Yeah,
right?
and what is it called? It's Occam's razor. This normally the simplest outcome or idea or explanation is. So I mean,
what's a scrotus?
Ivy, you're a little young for that, honey. Ask your other half.
Ask your big sister, twin mother.
Yeah,
or daughter.
There he goes.
She's 18. She'll tell you.
Seriously, little wolf. God damn it. Ahmed's razor. Yeah, exactly. That was Ahmed's razor. That's what I'm talking about right now.
Hi, Cynthia. How are you doing, hun?
Hello, Cynthia. Do we know who they are?
She is on my channel. She's a channel member of mine. Comes on my stream, on my premieres a lot. So
awesome. Well,
welcome to Cynthia.
And it's not like I wasn't welcoming
Cynthia,
you.
Welcome.
You just, everybody seemed like they knew who you were. So welcome. I'm glad that you're here and joining us. And I hope that the idiocracy that we are presenting does not scare you away. Hopefully it's not too stupid.
Hey, if the Karens don't scare her away, she'll be fine. Okay.
Yeah. Exactly. So, oh, son of a bee sting. I have so much Bigfoot stuff to go over. Like, it's not even funny. Like, I just found a thing about how, like, it's very rare to find female Bigfoot footage. But there's this one person who swears that there's this one video of a female Bigfoot because he says there's boobies hanging out. And
oh my god,
we'll slowly go over more Bigfoot stuff because what we have to go over today is so much idiocracy that like I just can't. So here we blow. I'm going to actually do this and go here. Oh, cheese and rice. I think we're going to start it a little bit further than just the beginning, just so maybe we can trick the algorithm a little bit. I don't know how much of a televised documentary this was. I think it's really underground, but I don't want to get us shut down. So what we're going to do, just like we always do, if anybody in the side chat or anybody who's watching, we go down, I mean, the channel, the stream stops running, let us know that so that we can begin. Yeah, I think we'll go. Well, I think we'll go, and then we can stop it and then try to go to another video to keep the stream running. I have a couple of other things to watch in case this does go down on us. I mean, make the stream go down. Okay, so here we blow.
With consent. We make the stream go down with consent.
With consent,
well,
exactly.
Unfortunately, YouTube does not give us that consent, and they tell us later that it happened. But that's not how you should do things. Remember, there's always sign the NDA first, and then the no contest, and then the okay. Never mind. We'll talk about that later.
And
there's procedures. You know, there's a checklist.
YouTube just doesn't play fair, and YouTube does not ask for consent. They are very bad.
Let's just say you cannot be spontaneous with. You have to sign all these forms. It's just,
Yes, exactly. Okay, so let's just read this right quick. So there are some people who say that the 1967 Patterson film was a female because they can see breast on it. Yeah, I have heard rumors of that, and technically it didn't have a long schlong. So that was another reason why they claimed. Well, because you'd think that, when you look at like a gorilla, so that was the other reason why they claimed that it had just a fur patch, and it didn't have a genitalia per se. So they also claimed that. I have two other videos where they claim that they're females and they say the rest were males. There's a very chauvinistic reason that they say that as well that I have in this news article. But again, we're going to go over this first and then we'll go over that. So I'll move everybody over here and then we'll go full screen and we'll begin this journey.
Bigfoot. an elusive, magical, human-like being.
They've had a weird experience like mine, where they've seen either footprints.
Oh, this guy. This guy's crazy. This guy's from Monster Quest.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh, I did not mean to do it like that. Hold on. I'll have to actually press it like this. Okay.
Is this a secret? Why are you whispering, dude?
I think he has laryngitis or something when he did this. Probably. He's probably sick.
He gave head to Bigfoot, and it. No, I'm just kidding.
That explains.
He got a STD in the throat.
UFOs.
Yeah. Okay, so then we'll go to where he begins. We'll find out why that dude is going around the pole in just a second.
Right.
I want to make that part a surprise. That's why I said I wanted to start it right here. So this gentleman will tell us.
They've had a weird experience like mine, where they've seen either footprint.
He is the producer, for Monster Quest. So the TV show Monster Quest, which was all just finding cryptids, and they never found one for like 5 seasons or 4 or something. He's the one who's going to tell us why Bigfoot's an alien.
They've had to throw something at them. When they went out deer hunting, a big rock comes up and whacks the side of the tree, or they see one. And then at that point, they become obsessed. And you can't blame them. They want answers. Their life changed.
When I first started, like every Bigfoot person, they want to prove Bigfoot exists. Partially because they've gotten some flack from a friend or a relative. I don't do it for that anymore. In fact, half the time I don't even have a camera on me. I do it for my own personal experiences. When you're out and you're having experiences, you feel like the man on the moon or the first woman on the moon.
It's a customized.
Wow.
Right.
There's a guy, you may know him, thinking about Slim, is the guy he makes he has this frozen foot that his dad had or something for a long time.
Yeah.
And he claims he was molested by a Bigfoot.
Yeah,
a female Bigfoot or something. And they come to find out he's actually what he had was like a sculpture. It wasn't an actual foot or something. Yeah. He just does it for the clicks.
So you know what that means, and not to be a dick and not to go out there, but that means that allegedly in Minecraft, an adult dressed up as Bigfoot, a female, maybe a male, I don't know, dressed up as Bigfoot and did something gross to that kid. Unless it's a false memory, or he's making it up.
Or he's making
otherwise,
it up.
Otherwise, that's really bad that happened.
I tend to think he's making it up, but
of course,
just to make it more sound more.
It's a false memory or a dream. Like a lot of times we've come to understand with people like this, you finally keep delving into talking to them, and then they finally acknowledge it was a dream or a lucid dream or something that they can't exactly say they actually experienced.
Right.
Or, they got hit on the head, or they drink. Like the lady who saw one of the Loch Ness monsters in an ocean, she was at a wedding, she got drunk, and then saw this thing. Yeah, of course, you're fucking high. That makes sense. I mean, and under the influence of things, you can see all kinds of fun stuff. And I have on drugs and off drugs. When I was in my early 20s, I spent 4 or 5 days not sleeping, and I fasted in a certain way. And on the 4th day, I was hallucinating insane. Everything was bright colored. The butterflies and birds as they went, from the trails from doing LSD or drugs. Everything was just geometric shapes and patterns. And I mean, I was gone. I was on a sick one, and all I did was just fast for a couple days and give myself a lack of sleep for a couple days, and that's all it takes. Being lost in the woods for a day or two, or being lost for 12 hours, or being disorientated through whatever experience. And that's what the electric fog we're going to get into is just deorientation with
Bigfoot though, the images we get to see, they're fleeting. Yeah. And they're really bad quality images.
And they're really blurry and stuff and other things. But the people who, let's just get into what they say, and then I'll delve into their gaps their gap of the gods or whatever it's called, right? Like there's holes in their story that they fill in and say this is.
And
this.
Cynthia claims has a friend living in Southern Alabama who claims he's collected evidence of Bigfoot.
Cool.
So what that evidence is, I don't know, but
yeah, if they have anything that they can show us, or you have like a website of theirs or something, please send that to us because we would love to like go over that.
That'd be cool to see what they have.
Once again, folks, ladies and gentlemen, we don't believe in some of this stuff, but I can't 100% prove it didn't happen. Wolf. So that we're just here having fun with the evidence we find, and we're not for or against it. We're just like anti-extremism. Like if you don't have any proof and you're just like gung-ho, like selling books and things about Bigfoot to make money, then we have a problem with you. But if you're just somebody who believes you saw it and you tell a story or whatever, cool. Like we don't, I can't tell you didn't experience that per se. Although the evidence of a huge thing that big living in the Appalachians or in a certain place with only a certain amount of miles wide,
you're right.
Just like the the Rocky Mountains, or in places they say that they've seen it. A population of an animal has to have at least 100 of them to keep propagating. Yes, there can be a species who's dying out and then we're seeing the last of it, but that's still very, very rare. And that we're not even getting to the idiocracy of this. I'm not saying there's not a Bigfoot, but these people are claiming there's an alien Bigfoot or Bigfoot
bones or
we'll see. That's the other thing.
Something.
Yeah, and I do understand understand the concept of maybe, which is very, very unlikely, that every single time one dies, either they bury it because they have enough of a brain to do that, or animals do pull them apart and it makes sense for us. But again, at this point in time, we should have found some kind of evidence. Once again, is it or not 100%? I don't fucking know, but we should have found evidence of this. But we're not talking about Bigfoot per se. We're talking about
Bigfoot.
being an alien, and that's
right. Okay.
the fun we're having right now. So let's keep blowing on for sure.
Personal experience for everyone.
She's a Bigfoot contactee.
I would have a hard time.
So she has Bigfoot's cell phone number, and
that's
on
what
Skype
I'm
all the
curious
time.
about. What contactee means? Did you just happen to see it?
She does booty calls for Bigfoot.
Yeah, she's hitting him up on Grindr or whatever the app is. She's always swiping
whatever the
left
different equivalent is for
Bigfoot
and human.
Nah, she's swiping right on him.
She's on hairy foot. That's what the
but that's it. Contactee deployment. I just mean that you saw it.
Yeah, no, well, that's what I'm guessing. But the way they say that is hilarious because saying E on the end of contact means it multiple times, it seems like. And she could be one of the people, because I have an article that there's a family in the Appalachian Mountains that believes that once a week Bigfoot gives them presents.
That could just mean it takes a dump on their porch.
like Santa? Like version of Santa?
So I guess like next to their mailbox or on their front porch, they'll get a clump of like pine cones, or they'll get like an animal that was like a small animal that was killed or something. I think that's more likely there is an animal near them that wants to be a dog for them to some extent, because that's what dogs, feral dogs used to do before, or I want to say foxes, but that's not the right word. Wolves used to do to gain acceptance into the human tribe, right? They began doing little things like that. So I just think that like there's a cute squirrel or something that just keeps like, hey, look, I'm being your friend, and I like give me acorns, right? Because that's what
cats.
Do,
like Wolvie says, cats do that. They'll bring you presents and stuff.
Yeah, so it's just something putting things in certain places that they're assuming is a Bigfoot doing it when there's no actual proof of that. And then once again, folks, all you got to do is put up a freaking trail cam and like let's see footage of it. I mean,
forget alien Bigfoot. We officially have an abominable snow dog.
There you go.
No, that's exactly what probably is. Or a bear that like looks weird, or you see a bear running, and especially like bears normally will go on all fours.
Prince, have you looked out the window?
But sometimes they stand on 2 feet. Yeah,
I have. It's crazy out there. So I'm guessing Kane is the abominable snow dog.
Yes.
Yes. So the other thing about bears is when they're feeling endangered, I guess the best way to put it, they'll stand up on two and two legs, and then they'll try to look big, and then they also will like run away in a weird way. It looks really weird because they're not used to running on 2 feet exactly. So if you had a camera that you didn't white balance it right, your aperture is not set up properly. You're a flat earther and you have a P1000 and you didn't actually know how to use it, you're gonna get footage that doesn't look proper, right?
Or things can look footage at all. You can put a Ring doorbell up.
Well, the thing about a Ring doorbell is, the animal has to come up and ring it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just.
No, they go by.
I know it is a sensor. I know, but that's
a sensor.
That's what a trail cam is exactly for. And you can go buy like one for $100 or $200 at a thingy-bobber, and they can get up to like, it matters on the memory card you put in there, but the battery can last up to like 12 hours, and you can get up to, if you have a high quality card, 1,000 photos or 400 or something like that. So if you really thought something was going on in an area that is always happening where you're seeing this thing, then please give me proof. Let's keep blowing on because you have to hear about the idiocracy of. Go ahead,
real
baby.
Quick, Wolfie said the Yeti was thought to be an Asian bear.
Yeah, it could be.
Just like
because Yetis are in the Himalayas, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There could be a handful of creatures that they're mistaking for something, especially when you tell somebody a myth.
Purple.
Or a
hey,
story.
honey, how are you?
Hey, Purple, or a story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their brain is going to hold on to that. And then if they go into the woods and you told them there's a spirit that lives in this forest, and if you go to this tree and you like jingle a bell at this time, and something happens, right? And they go out there and there's an owl that's in the tree next to it, and they ring a bell and it hoots. No matter what you told them is going to happen, they're going to associate with that, and they're going to
something
run out
happened.
scared.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the problems is, remember,
skits. No,
correlation doesn't mean association or whatever the fuck it's called, right?
Wait, what skits say?
Oh,
he says Asian bear. I didn't know their men got that hairy.
Oh, there's two more wrestlers got heavier.
They're a rare breed. But never mind.
Yeah, right.
That explains why a penis could not be seen.
Yeah. Well, God damn you! I didn't. Hey. Jokes.
Hey.
That was all jokes. Just jokes. All right. So here we blow on. This is a comedy show, obviously. So here we blow on. We're gonna go a little bit more after hers. We're gonna go further into like the fake science that they say that they have proof that this is a thingy mabobber of.
Compartmentalizing it.
Yes, it was cold out.
I guess you'd have to maybe call it spiritual because it's just so personal.
No,
you call it spiritual because you don't
But
have any.
she didn't say how she met. What?
Yeah, no, I know. None of that happened.
They never said how they met Bigfoot or how they saw Bigfoot or why they're a contactee. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, we're gonna go to here and listen to this. Bombshell revelation.
At some stage after Blue Book, the US did get a program, the infamous ATIP, Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, but there is little or no exchange of information between US and UK. France, certainly not with any nation where perhaps relations aren't that good. So we certainly don't, for example, in the UK and the US, exchange information with Russia or China. But even between the US and the UK, or Germany, France, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, where there is a lot of information sharing, for example, on intelligence programs, we don't exchange UFO information.
Yeah, I don't know 100% about that. Okay, let's get to them going into the wilderness.
And his son, Francisco. are determined to make contact with Bigfoot. They have identified a couple of locations in the high mountains on the reservation where Bigfoot occasionally makes their presence known. Tim and Francisco agreed to take us to one of these places. Unlike the typical Bigfoot hunters, these men are well
look
armed.
at that later, Ivy.
A medicine man one time, he told me that a lot of people don't believe it, but we live in a parallel world. He said there's a parallel world next to us, and he said the Bigfoot lives in the other world, and sometime it comes over. So when he's losing his track, he goes back to the other side.
Okay, so we'll just delve into that right quick. So he is a trans-dimensional being. This is just what he just said.
It's their way of figuring out, well, why don't we see it more often? Well, maybe they have a different dimension, you know?
Yeah. No, that's exactly what's the funny thing about this is that's what they're trying to get at. So let me let's skip to this gentleman talking about this, and then we'll find there's a really funny part where they're out at night.
MUFON. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we'll listen to the at night stuff. It's so hilarious.
Brazil and his son. So the sheep wouldn't walk across it, they'd walk around it. The object, according to Stanton Freeman, may have ricocheted there and landed at another place. And at that point, that's where the object impaled itself in the side of a hill. And apparently there was 3 to 5, depending on who's talking.
Okay, so this is just to fill you in. They thought they found a UFO that crashed into the side of a mountain.
Okay.
Which doesn't have anything to do with Bigfoot. I'm going to try to get back to the whole Bigfooty thing.
No. It didn't crash into a side of a mountain. According to this guy, it impaled itself
into the side of a mountain. Yeah.
So the UFO committed.
Well, it thought that
UFO-icide?
It thought that's how you made baby planets.
And then somehow the alien beings were thrown out of the ship.
Yeah, it's
onto the ground around the ship.
Yeah,
because that happens.
That's a whole.
I hope the UFO got consent from the mountain. Seriously.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so that's a whole nother thing to get into. We're trying to get into just Bigfoot being the alien, so that's why I went forward. So here we go back into them trying to find this out.
Purple says Bigfoot is not a transdimensional creature. The trees project the portals. Which is probably what they're going to get to on here.
But where did the portals go? Okay, anyways.
Reported during Bigfoot encounters, including semi-transparency, as if they're not quite solid or of this world.
Exactly, Purple.
However, the most convincing alien craft contact came as a result of videos shot by American naval aircraft and released as part of the top-secret ATIP program.
We're going against the wind. The wind's 120 miles to the west.
The first video came from what is known as the 2004 USS Nimitz incident off the coast of San Diego. Fighter pilots from the USS Nimitz flying Super Hornets encountered an aerial object that was described.
Okay, let's see what this
people associate with aliens or extraterrestrials. And for lack of a better term, I think we need to call them non-human intelligent beings because we really don't know what they are or where they're from. They could be interdimensional from a parallel universe, not from another world far off in space. And a lot of these contact experiences take place in what would be called a matrix reality. That is...
Oh, son of a bee sting. I have to. Okay. Well, I have to find one of these. Hold on. We have to either. Let's do it this. I'm gonna go with this one. Although I know there's other ones, but we'll go with this.
Oh.
And off.
Oh, hold on.
Uh-oh.
God damn my computer. I totally need to. Whatever.
Oh.
And off you go. There we go. And it's easy to clean off.
That was definitely word salad, what she just said.
Yeah.
And I figure I have one more thing that I will play once she is done, which it will be, well, we all know that she is this.
Just slightly.
But let's play a little bit more.
The contactee is suddenly transported to kind of a liminal between world, which some would describe as sounding like the astral plane, which is neither here on Earth nor somewhere else like a craft per se, where they are having some sort of interaction with an intelligence, which they may.
Wait, what? Wait, what did you just say, lady? I think this.
You're stupid. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So they're taken to like an in-between world.
But why? How did Bigfoot do that? And then all of a sudden she's saying now we're on a craft that's in between. And then what citation needed, lady? What are you talking about? How does this make? Okay, I'm gonna say this, but there is a but.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of really, really, really bored rich people that are white that have nothing better to do than come up with this bull crap that they sputter out for, I don't know, maybe selling a book, maybe trying to sell something, wooing somewhere or grifting somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But like their lives are so boring. They're like, instead of reality, there must be a multi-dimensional thing and this and that and blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, you have way too much time in your hand. You need to go do something. Go help the poor. Go do something for somebody else.
Go suck off Bigfoot.
Hey, at least show me proof of any of this bull crap. You know what I'm saying? Like none of them can freaking even show me.
Just allegory, anecdotes, stories. It's nothing tangible.
Exactly. And that's why Cynthia says they're from a galaxy a long, long time ago and far away and blah. It's just all it's science fiction. I don't have any proof that's anything. Yeah, and of course, Mark Short. That's exactly what most of them are. Is a UFO the size of a goose, traveling the speed of a goose, flying in an immigration corridor or in coordinate. Yeah, no, most of them seem to have come to be foul, which is birds.
Like that one they showed with the from the fighter pilot. Mick West checked that footage out, and he thinks it's exhaust from another jet engine, another jet plane up above, in front.
Yeah,
and that's what you're saying. You're not seeing, And
then we're not going to go over it today, but we will be going over ball lightning eventually, which I believe has been the reason for a lot of lights in the sky that people are seeing.
I agree.
Because they turn green. There's certain patterns that certain of them do. And no, we're not going over. Yeah, I know. No, not in this one for the electric fog, but there is a thing where there's like super powered lightning that only happens like once in a blue moon. Instead of being negatively charged, it's actually positively charged, and it does a handful of things like make things blow up in people's houses that are electrical, other things like that. But we're not going over that today. We will go over eventually the weird.
Yeah, we absolutely have to, because I think ball lightning is very, very
shocking,
amazing.
Never mind. Okay, let's keep going on with this.
Smart ass.
May or may not see, but there is telepathic communication. There is a sense of a presence. There is usually some information imparted, but we don't seem to get much evidence that these beings are specifically here to warn us, help us, enlighten us, give us technology, give us medical information. But they're here to have some sort of interaction with us that awakens something in our consciousness.
And then speaking of that devil, why do they always seem to anal probe us? Like, what is their fascination with our anus? Which doesn't make any sense. Like,
I know. And if they're all so advanced in technology, why would they have to probe us?
Exactly. They could just scan us. I mean, they could do all kinds of things. What I think is happening in those instances is I believe, let's get into what this guy has to say in a second. What I think is happening is there are gentlemen who have gone to the bar.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting their friend drunk. driving him to the middle of a cornfield,
a la snipe hunting,
putting him in a ghillie costume,
or just putting on non-descriptive masks and just having your way with your best friend.
Fun.
Yeah, just cornholing your best friend, and then when he wakes up in the morning, what the hell happened? There's a condom hanging out of my ass. You're like
why is my ass so sore?
Yeah, and they're like, those goddamn aliens. You don't remember that light? They just flash a light in his face while they're, and just.
Yeah, Harry Warp says, "Ask Cartman."
Yeah, no, that's exactly, it's pretty much that. So I really believe that there was a time that I think that happened. I mean, literally, it's something that somebody could do for fun, or to mess with your best friend, pretend that he got abducted by an alien,
right.
That's something fun that I could see anybody doing for the heck of it. And you don't really have to actually penetrate their butt. I mean, you literally could do a couple things just to make them think that,
Oh yeah.
So let's find out what this Jim Myers, this gentleman is very interesting. He's a paranormal Bigfoot researcher.
America's great ape, and probably even more than just an undiscovered species in America or around the world, actually.
And he's in Bailey, Colorado. So that's where this thing is, the Sasquatch Outpost. So this is really close to me. This is probably like an hour away.
Yeah. Yep.
I think they're not categorized yet. Obviously, we don't have a body. We don't have bones. There's a lot of reasons.
You don't have shite as proof.
Yeah.
For that, I think. But probably the primary reason that led me to concluding that they're maybe even extraterrestrial in origin is the fact that they disappear in front of people. I have two personal friends that have.
Okay.
I knew it. They disappear, so therefore they must be aliens.
Well, that's why they're transdimensional beings, because they can transdimensional their being.
That's how they figured it out. They just disappear. That's why we don't.
That's how they get away from being 9 foot tall. Duh. I mean, how else could they just magically disappear? So anyways, listen to what this gentleman says. He does not have firsthand knowledge of this. His two friends are the ones that claim.
And check out his shirt, the Sasquatch Outpost.
Yeah, everybody.
He thinks he has a business tied to that.
Yeah, no, he totally does. He has his own Sasquatch museum, and that's what this is. Yep. Is a Sasquatch museum. Everybody go look it up and go look at the reviews.
Wake up. I am up.
Everybody,
we have places up where I'm at, especially primary here in California, Northern California, and up in Oregon and Wisconsin, Washington, that have Bigfoot places, around everywhere.
So everybody go to that website or Google that and see the reviews of his museum. It's so hilarious. We're not going to go over that right now because we have way too much.
Harry Warp, thank you for putting the link into the site chat.
Yeah. Everybody go there. Do not troll them. Do not do anything.
Just
do
check
not
it out.
harass them. Do not call that phone number and tell them that you've seen Bigfoot and you have evidence, and then send them photos of your penis. Do not do that. Please.
Do not
do that.
Go check out the website and see what they have to offer.
Hey, I cannot control what you humans do, but I am not wink, wink, nudge, nudge, telling you to go do that.
Know what I mean? Know what I mean?
I mean,
I'm not doing this. Hold on.
Oh God.
I'm not.
Grin, grin, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more.
I'm not doing that at all. We're not promoting.
Harry, then you can go buy a T-shirt from them. It's okay.
No, totally. I mean, giving them a little bit of money isn't that horrible. Like,
no.
I won't say no to anybody doing something, but go there and just look at their Yelp reviews. It's
Ivy Ned is more than welcome to come on in if he wants.
I got it.
Who's coming on us? I mean, where?
Ned.
Who? What? Yeah, of course.
Ivy's daddy, Ned.
Yeah, of course. Like I said, anybody in the side chat who wants to join us, you always can, may, as long as we know you.
Hang on.
Supergo says, so not photos of my wee wee, but other people's wee wee? Gotcha.
Well,
Gotcha,
see, what
Slim,
you're
lol.
supposed to do, you're supposed to, in quotes, send photos of Sasquatch's junk. So the hairier the junk is, the better. If you can
don't
find
want to send photos of yours because that's against the law.
no, you want to claim that these are Sasquatch, Yeti, and the other words for Bigfoot's junk, and you just claim it's real. Like, don't if you claim it, then they can't.
It's like this is what Sasquatch sent me, so I'm sending it on to you.
Hey, when I woke up in the middle of the night, this is what was in front of me.
Baby, I'm going to have to share my screen once Ned gets here. He sent me a video that is proof.
Yeah.
Okay.
But let's get further into this,
all right,
gentlemen. And if you have not noticed, in the back left are cartoons that he's drawn up of Sasquatch for the kids.
Yes.
For the kids. Okay, all right. So let's blow on.
Have watched a Sasquatch while they are watching it literally shrink and disappear to nothing. Kind of.
Citation needed. I don't believe that at all, motherfucker.
Oh my God. Really, Wolfie?
Go pixelated and be gone.
They go pixelated and be gone.
Really, Wolfie?
Yeah, there we go. Totally. Okay.
And I've experienced something, and I have other friends as well who've experienced something that we would call cloaking, where there was something there, but you could see through it, but there was just something there that you couldn't actually see.
We call it LSD, psilocybin mushrooms, datura, ayahuasca, too much LSD, too much alcohol, too much marijuana. I can give you a gazillion reasons why you fucking saw something that you thought was there but wasn't there inside of a GHB. I mean, I can tell you fucking a million cocaine, every drug could make you, when you're in the forest.
Hey.
Hey.
Tell me that those mermaids weren't real that I was seeing.
Well, if you wouldn't have been on all of that opium, then
it was ketamine, not opium.
I know. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to throw out another drug that could be used for, you know what I'm saying? Even if you've not eaten for long enough, when you go out to the wilderness and it is like dusk or dawn, and or other occasions that causes the light to be changing, or there's not enough light, or there's too much light, you will. You could have visual hallucinations. Little things can do things that trick your brain into thinking that something's happening that's not. I have been there in the forest gazillion times where I thought I saw a humanoid, and you get a little bit closer to your turn and you're like, that's just a tree stump. Whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can see lots of fucking shit. It's called pareidolia, motherfucker.
Wait, so did everyone take the blue pill? Or...
What color would the brown pills? The brown pills. Is
I was on them Phasmo sanity pills. That's what it was.
Yeah, there we go.
I was about to say, I thought everyone took the blue pill. Did I take the wrong one? Shit.
Yeah, don't take the purple pill because woo, that's the fucking. Never mind. All right, let's.
Predator, and so
because he saw the predator. Now he saw some kind of weird fuzzy thing in the bushes, and now he thinks that Sasquatch is the predator.
Those two things, the cloaking and the disappearing, said to me anyway, these are my own conclusions.
We know.
And they're still there, or did they go out of this dimension? My own opinion.
All you have to do is fucking take a dart gun or a paintball gun, motherfucker, and shoot at it. And
right.
If it hits something and it makes the paint stand there, it's still there and it has a cloaking device. If you shoot through it, then no. If you shoot it with a tranquilizer dart and it passes out, then you fucking have a Sasquatch, motherfucker, and now you have proof. So why aren't you out there fucking trying to do this? And once again, trail cameras, if you can, you literally, if you wanted to, you could probably, somebody let them in. You can probably, I hear an echo. Let them in. You can probably.
Ned.
Yeah.
You can probably. I hear an echo.
The echo came on when you did it, Ned. So something on your end.
Wait.
I hear an echo. The echo came on when you did it. Ned. So something on your end.
Is this better?
No.
Is this better?
It's lower, but it's still there.
It's better.
Are you listening over speakers?
Oh, I have to wait a minute. And now?
That's better.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I had YouTube and stream mode on. That was it.
Okay, I got him. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna play this video.
Okay. Look at my pause game. He looks like he's so sincere. He's like, I totally believe it.
Trust me,
baby. All right, are we all ready for this?
Yes, we are.
All right, here we go. Proof Bigfoot was in a spaceship.
Exactly.
That was just them having fun. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, no, that's great.
Not as a Bigfoot.
This is the astronauts having fun. They're allowed to have fun. Jeez.
That was wonderful. That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ned.
Yes,
I
thank you.
made
That
this
was proof.
into a news video, like Dragon, SpaceX Dragon was unexpectedly going up to the to ISS to retrieve Bigfoot, who hitchhiked on a cargo dragon and terrorized the astronauts.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so let's
pledge allegiance to the flag. Oh,
no, hold on. I pledge allegiance to Bigfoot and all of that. Never mind.
Yeah.
So let's blow on a little bit more.
His hair. That's sick. Sorry.
And his baldness. Never mind. Sorry.
Now, Slam.
I know. That was mean. I'm sorry.
Not everyone is blessed with hair.
Well, and I think that's why he's so jealous of Bigfoot, because all the hair Bigfoot has.
Opinions in this realm is that they go into a different dimension.
And started.
Okay. So they go into a different dimension. We don't need to listen to this, Karen. I really want to get into this part of it when they actually go do the night discovery part of it, which is this part, because it gets really, really weird for this. So let's get into right here.
Darkness set in. We were hoping to film the presence of orbs.
Because they're...
So now, for some reason, the presence of orbs
tells you where the portal is or something.
Yeah, and Bigfoot is around there or something. Wow. So let's just look into this for just a second, and then we'll go to the next subject.
They're out of our visual light spectrum. They're probably in the infrared section of the light spectrum. We don't see them.
No, they're an anomaly that cameras have.
Wait.
Oh,
okay,
here we go.
Yeah.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United Pics of Sasquatch. Yes, thank you, Sir Little Wolf.
There we go. So anyways, one of the things that happens with digital sensors, especially, and yes, you can totally do this with film cameras as well, but it seems to be more likely that's happening with digital sensors, because what they're doing is they're basic and they can only fill in information inside of these little squares. So if they're trying to make up a color that's the closest to what they see.
Mm-hmm.
So if something turns a weird color or it gets a glare or something, it's going to do a weird thing and it's going to make an effect.
It's like when if I think when you're talking about people that say the sun's a simulator, when the cameras point at the sun, they have like this hexagonal black dot in the middle. Because the sun's so bright in that spot, the sensor's being overwhelmed, and it's causing that to happen.
Yeah,
and to them that's look, proof. Like, no, that's your camera, you dumb nut.
Yeah, and if you have
Harry, no, Harry, it doesn't have 6 sides. It's a D100, so that's the orb's a D100. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought my orb was 69, but never mind. We'll talk about that later. So, anyways,
there are 420.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. But camera sensors can have anomalies, and in film, the same things. If you put something near something that has a reflection of light, and you get inside of that light spectrum, where you can see different like colors, which causes things to sometimes look like orbs.
Orbs are usually cheap lenses.
And sure, and that's what I was getting at is cheap cameras, their sensors and lenses.
Guys, I think we're offending Demon. We need to stop talking about orbs.
No.
Well, Demon, the orb of Demon is the best orb.
Of course.
Yes, because that shows the demons, and let's out the demons. Anyways, let's get on to what this channel. Let's get further into this. The idiocracy.
And there's some people believe that orbs are souls. Many of the photos we see here have faces in them that almost like you're looking at a human face. Some of them have animal faces, and then some of them appear to be almost like visitors from another dimension. They're their own. They fly around. They have intelligence. They move around people. They circle people. They avoid trees. And it's like they're being
right.
Oh, and one of the other things is. Floaters, I guess is the best way to put it. Things that are just floating around. It could be dust, it could be pollen, it could be larger things. With the aperture you're using, and if you're using like night vision and other things, they're going to reflect light in a way that our eye will never see.
Right.
So you're going to see weird thingy-mabobbers being around in it. Do you want to know why it costs $1.5 gazillion to make a feature film? Not because everybody, there has to be like 20 person on it. It's because they have to film it 40 fucking times to make it look good. There can be a little speck that happens that floats by in the film for
it's
one
like
scene.
When photographers take pictures, they take more than one, so they pick out the best one.
I always say take 3. I always say take more than 3 photos, or take 3 photos of something at the least if you're going to do it. And
or use a motor drive.
Yeah, and or take 3 photos of each aperture, like change the settings different times and do 3 of each, and maybe take 3 different ones. So you're taking 9 to 12. So yeah, exactly. Here we're you try to take as many as possible.
Guys, I'll be right back. I need to eat something.
And the thing with dust, if you ever notice, like on these ghost shows, they'll show the dust. People think it's orbs, it's dust. Is they have a particular look to them, and they do look like they have faces. Yeah, that's how you know it's dust.
And or pareidolia just makes us
pareidolia fills it in.
It just makes us see things and things that aren't. But okay,
so once was a friend of mine who also saw all kind of orbs and stuff.
Yeah,
and then I said, make a picture, and then she said, here they are, and I took my Nikon and I made the same picture and no orbs.
Yeah,
exactly.
Just a cheap lens or bad lighting or whatever.
Again, it's anomalies. It's something that's happening inside of the thing that's doing it. It's not here.
Hey, doorknob head.
Hey, doorknob. So let's blow on to hear this, because once we get into them taking the video off their little itty bitty like ghetto ass little cameras, which are like almost like P1 9000s or whatever the hell they're called, it's hilarious to see what they're fucking claiming.
Control from
we're
somewhere
almost
else,
there.
or they have some sort of intelligence that they can move around.
So here we
As
blow.
Hauser and his wife Tammy snap.
So they're using the infrared, right? Night vision. Sorry, the night vision on these not very high quality
flip phone. Sir Little Wolf says.
Sure. No, I think they're
may as well be, huh?
Almost. But I think they're like just low quality cameras.
Snap pictures with their cameras. We began filming them in the grounds with our infrared night vision turned on. Perhaps no other paranormal phenomena is more closely associated with Bigfoot than orbs. While we had no luck capturing
Oh my
orbs.
Wait,
God.
what?
I thought that was ghosts. It's not orbs.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
no, it's Bigfoot.
Orbs and Bigfoots.
I mean, Bigfoot has big balls, but
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think orbs are associated with
I got you, little
Bigfoot.
wolf.
no, demons.
Unless literally his nuts glow in the dark.
No, it's demons and ghosts. That orbs are trapped souls and things like that. That it is not alien Bigfoot.
Right.
Unless
goddamn it,
literally
I
his
didn't
balls are glow in the dark.
Well, you never know. I mean, that
they
may
say
be.
he has a cloaking device and you can just see his nuts.
Yeah, maybe you
Gotcha.
can just see his balls. They look like owl's eyes, and he's always in a tree 20 feet up.
Orbs. The Hausers were more successful.
Few right there.
Okay, so see this camera they have, which is shite. They're going to
My
claim they
camera's
found.
better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the cameras that I mean.
More.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
A whole bunch right there.
No, exactly. And look,
It's just a little
picking up-
digital camera. I have one similar to that.
Yeah, and look, it's picking up a bunch of anomalies.
Mhm.
It's just picking up lights that are reflecting off of things, which
They
could
also
be
get what hot pixels too, if I'm not mistaken.
sure. There's
a
so
nice
many
picture of the moon.
There's so many things that's wrong with this. I keep doing
Pick
that
up
on
the
accident.
stars.
It looks like that,
Right.
but he's just
big ones though.
Tammy got something on her camera.
So these are the first pictures, and then that. You see that?
Yeah,
cloud?
that's just a little like Canon camera. I have one very similar to that.
yeah, it's a Nikon, is what it says.
They're
And
not
then
meant for
this kind of
stuff like
exposure.
this.
No,
Right.
they're not at all made for this. And so, of course, there's going to be weird blurs. There's going to be things that
Mhm.
aren't. This is way too bright for anything for you to see anything in this because
Right.
this tree is so bright and this is so bright. Nothing else in here is going to be correct. So,
Yep.
Nothing in here is a concrete piece of evidence. You just don't know how to use the equipment properly to do it. Just like Flat Earthers was pretending to bring the boat over the horizon. Pull out a telescope after that, you twat, and then see if it fucking rises again, you idiot.
Right.
It's almost like a. They're starting to manifest the red orb. See that big red orb? up there?
No.
They're seeing it right on the tree, which there could have been a leaf or
By
something.
far, the most
sticking
interesting
out on that
results
tree.
occurred at the end of our filming in a sequence of pictures, with us in the frame, taken within a second, according to the camera timestamp.
There's two.
That is the oh my
Oh my
cheesing
god,
right.
look how bad that camera is.
Well, and
It looks like it's something right on the lens, like it's dirty or something.
yeah, I know. Like, dude, this is something is wrong. There's other things making this happen. This is
Mhm.
not a son of a bee sting. Any professional photographer could walk in here right now and tell us exactly what
Yeah.
that was.
Exactly.
I mean, I know that it is a something, and I know like snowflake or something, right? I mean, I know it's a something. It is, but. That's not no. You didn't do anything there. And what does that have to do with Bigfoot again? Well, I don't even fucking understand anymore.
It could be dust
Through
from
another
kicking up
one,
on the camera. Who knows?
That's what I'm saying. It's either like dust particles or it's like there's a couple other things that like
Mhm.
I've heard that it could be that my brain's not like thinking of just right now because yeah, I don't want to put the brain power into this.
Yeah.
Just do flash photography in the dark in the forest, and you have all kinds of floating stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because it's reflecting off of so many freaking things. It's like it's redonkulous. Like
Usually bugs and flies and stuff.
And especially if you're walking through a forest and you're like kicking up stuff,
Yeah.
and
my
or
God.
touching things
Oh.
or brushing
Look where they're at.
by things. I haven't gone to this far into the video.
They're at one of those attractions that gravity's so messed up here, but it's the way things are built.
Yeah. What they do
Mhm.
is it's a fake gravity
They
or
tilt the floors and
anti-gravity or-
yep.
Okay, so
Well,
that's
this is
literally
just before it drops down into a cliff
Mhm.
from a cliff or something.
yeah. So that is the end of that. What was the next thingy bobber.
Santa Cruz, I think, has one. Harry, and I believe up near Northern California, they have one as well. I've been to a couple of them in California.
Yeah, there's one in Northern.
They're called mystery spots. Yeah.
Yeah. Mystery. Yeah, I've been to that one that Mom was talking about. And there's a couple other ones.
Mm-hmm.
What was the next subject? I'm thinking it was electric.
It is
fog?
electric fog.
Yeah. Okay.
I put them all in a private chat.
Sweet. Awesome. So how we're gonna do this is they already made it so I can find exactly where electric fog is.
Yeah,
so
Santa Cruz is where my kids both went to science camp during school.
Okay.
That was pretty cool.
I'm gonna go back to. Oh, sorry. I know I haven't shared, so I don't know why I'm saying sorry. Okay, here we blow. I'm gonna share, and then I'll, because I keep accidentally pressing the freaking button. Do. Yes, there we blow. Okay, so I'm gonna press on electric fog, and here we blow. Did it go to the beginning? Okay, here we go.
Electronic fog.
Bruce believes that sometimes different magnetic fields from the Earth collide in powerful freak.
Let us know if they take us down, because this may get taken down right quick. Let us know if it happens.
Is a metallic, highly charged fog.
It's been known to.
I mean, we're gonna break this up a little bit more, so hopefully that we don't get this
Lee
taken
Nails.
down.
I was thinking about that too. Doorknob head.
So yeah.
Actually chase vessels and try to capture them. And once it captures them, it clings to them. And the people become disoriented because it doesn't make sense to them. No one has ever realized that it's attached to them. Everyone always thinks that they're moving inside this fog. They don't realize that the fog is moving with them.
Okay, so yeah, static electricity.
Fog.
Well, static electricity can cause it to stay closer to something that is something in a body of water, right?
True.
So if you're the largest thing in the body of water, that fog may try to stick with you just because of it's following something, or it has that happens with a lot of things. This isn't that weird. But what these people are claiming is after the fog goes around them, they're losing time and are not able to steer. Yes, when you get surrounded by...
you don't know where you're going.
Yeah, you get disorientated through that. And if you're panicked because you don't know you don't think you know where you're going, or your instruments seem to be not telling you correctly, which means you could be just spinning yourself around in a circle because you're like... freaking yourself out, not knowing where to go, which is making the
that's when you need to rely on your compass, I think, at that point.
Yeah, and then make it not work. Also, you couldn't use a sextant or a couple other things without seeing other stars or points of land and other things. So you can get very disorientated in the ocean. It would make you feel like you're in the middle of a thick fog, that something weird is happening. No, that does not work.
No, I think it just makes it feel that way.
Yeah, no. If you have
actually,
equipment, if you have equipment that is not working properly, and or you're disorientated, and you feel like your equipment's not working properly, like, let me use a quick example. When I was on a bunch of LSD, driving, not under my own fruition, I kept watching the speedometer go up and down, even though I felt like I was holding the gas pedal steady. I kept seeing other things moving, like the fuel gauge and other things. So your body and brain can make you feel disorientated through the process of things that disorientate you, like being surrounded by a white wall all around you. You're going to be very disoriented in that, because you don't have a reference point for something forward, up, and down. Just like if you've ever been surfing and you get knocked off your surfboard and you're under the water and you're getting tumbled around, it's very hard to tell what's up and down and where you're going. The best thing to do is you just breathe out a couple bubbles, and you watch which way the bubbles go, and whatever the way the bubbles go, you follow the bubbles.
That or you stop moving and just kind of go still, and you'll start floating up.
Sure. Or you can just fart, and you just follow the fart bubbles.
That too. Yeah.
So, anyways, let's keep blowing on. Unless there was something you wanted to say, Ned.
Yeah, I was on a sailing ship for a few years, and we were in a similar situation in the fog in the night, and then I looked up and I saw the wires, the ropes between the masts. I saw them glow up, and later someone told me that it was St. Elmo's fire or something.
St. Elmo's fire. Yep.
St. Elmo's fire. Yeah. You know, you see that only once in your life.
Yeah, for sure.
But what it is, I have no idea.
Yeah. But once again, it's obviously something that is working on this plane of existence. Is it time transfer, dimensional, blah blah? No, probably not. But anyways,
it's electricity.
Yeah, exactly.
Electricity. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's not supernatural.
Yeah, obviously it's explainable on this universe. Just how we've been able to
experience it. It's ships experience it.
It's like
yeah.
When I lived in Florida, the way the sand was, the beaches are like white because they get the sand and during storms from off the Gulf floor, and it puts it onto the beaches. And if you're walking at night, you can like literally just shuffle your feet, and you'll see sparks come off the sand.
Yeah.
From just it rubbing together.
When you're in the desert in Southern California and it's starting to get dusk or it's nighttime and you walk by certain plants, you'll get blue lightning bolts that will hit you because they're already technically somewhat. And that's how what is the cactus? It's called jumping cactus, right?
I think so.
Has anybody heard of jumping cactus?
No.
Okay,
No,
so there's a cactus in Southern California, and I think it's the state next to in Mexico, that it will grow for a certain period of time, and after a while it will die. And so there's not moisture in it, but they kind of make these like little round prickly things on the top, I guess is the best way to put it. So balls of just like spikes all over. And because they're dead, as you walk by, if your genes are rubbing together, it causes static electricity, and those things will shoot themselves onto you. You literally can watch from like 6 inches away this little ball of a cactus just attack itself to you. That's why it's called jumping cactus.
Okay.
Because if you have enough static electricity, which is going to happen in the desert because sand, no moisture, you rubbing on things is going to cause that. And it happens in animals as well. And what it's made for is not to stick itself into an animal or you. It's to get inside your coat or on your jeans, and then for you to rub it off later, and for it to be the seed.
So it's the way it reproduces.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And it's called jumping cactus. Go ahead and everybody look it up right quick and see.
Harry Warp did put something in about it.
Yeah, it's
in the side chat.
Toya. Oh, that's right. I forgot it's called the jumping Toya. But yeah, exactly. In San Diego and in Southern California and New Mexico and Arizona, I think, is where you could have this. And it's all static electricity.
Oh no. It's your little wolf. Oh, you just put that in my head now.
But the other thing about it, like I said, that we were getting at is in dusk and at night, you can actually see the lightning bolts that the static electricity goes around it and then shoots itself to you. And you can watch the craziness of you walking by, your pants making a charge, and then it shooting off to it, and then all of a sudden it attaching to you. It's really fucking insane. I don't know if I'm sure there's people that have gotten a video of that or footage of that exactly. But that's what's happening here. Same difference. There's an electrical charge in a sea storm because there's sea salt water and metal and other things that are attaching themselves to you, which may make your instruments act a little wonky, and or you get disorientated because you cannot see around you. and your audio systems may be screwed up too. I don't know.
Yeah, because they all conduct electricity. So
yeah, and you know what? Your genitalia may feel a little bit more. Never mind. So okay. Dimensions in time and space, and you know what we have to say about that.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop fucking lying.
Okay. All right.
yeah, I was gonna say sprites. Exactly, Harry. They've seen those from the ISS during lightning storms.
Yeah.
There's more lightning above the clouds than under the clouds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course, and that's why they showed that demonstration, and they didn't show it the other way around,
Right.
of course. So let's just watch a tiny bit more, just hear the idiocracy of their ideology of this, or what they think, which is not happening exactly.
Plane.
Yeah, we'll go over what he says quick.
One thing.
Go ahead,
the word
go
is
ahead.
wrong. It isn't electronic fog, because electronics have radio signals. That's electronics. It is not electronic fog.
Is that what he said?
It's
that's what he says.
electrical. It's electrical or electric.
That's poor bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why we know this is wrong, and that's why we're going over it, because it's hilarious.
Oh, so now they're going over the Bermuda Triangle. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
Let's see how that.
This is his personal experience about going through this electric fog. So he traveled 300 miles within 10 minutes. But
all right, I'm back, guys.
Okay, Queen.
How much stupidity have I missed?
Not too much. We've been kind of talking most of it.
This gentleman says he's went 300 miles in this one single engine plane in 10 minutes. In 10 minutes.
We have Max 6.
Right.
And there are not flight. He's going to claim things, but there's not proof of this exactly. And if we had Mango or Vila here, we could have them look this up right quick. But let's just go over what he claims and how there's lack of proof of this.
Okay.
And that would be impossible to do in a small plane like this. You'd have to be going close to 2,000.
Yes, but if you had winds that were pushing you, you could have done it in a way shorter time. Do I think it was 10 minutes? Fuck no. I think he did it in half the time, and he is just claiming it.
And
but he doesn't
right.
understand
And he just lost track of time and wasn't looking at the clock or whatever when he was doing it.
So then you have airspeed and ground speed.
Well, exactly. And the other thing that we're talking about is if there was a fog that had a static electric charge that did mess up your instruments for a little while, you may feel like things are going faster than they are. And you may have, and then what he says in a second about
baby,
his
you're
fuel
roboting
consumption is either.
Or as Harry Warp says, he could have put it on autopilot and just taken a nap.
I think things have an autopilot.
Okay.
I think that he is taking the piss to do this so he can make money off of it some way, shape, or form. I think he's grifting off of this somehow. I don't know how.
Just slightly.
But let's figure out. Let's look at what he says, and none of us are going to do the real maths because who gives a flying F? But we're going to do fake maths, and we're just going to kind of roughly go over the statistics that he says. Welcome, Canadian.
Hey, Allie.
Yes. He William Shatner.
Yeah, it's William
definitely
Shatner.
Is near. Yeah, he is. That's
can
why I
tell.
thought we were actually going to get this taken down, but we've been doing really good at breaking this up, so we haven't gotten it yet.
Mhm.
So I'm glad about that because I really love this program and it's really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they may have, but it doesn't matter. Once again, let's look at the data that he gives us just in this 30 seconds or minute,
Right.
and we're gonna just fake go over it and look at the numbers and how they're not correct.
1,000 miles an hour. And when I landed back at Palm Beach International, we always topped off the fuel tanks. And on this particular trip, we used 10 gallons less fuel.
So he said he used 10 gallons less fuel going 600 miles in 10 minutes. Why would it only be? Well, hold on. Let's see.
Could
what
be he had a
says, how many
tailwind.
gallons. Well, yeah. Well, that's what I'm getting at. Is it definitely was the storm pushed him to go way faster?
Right.
It was not 10 minutes, and
I have flown across the country several times, and I've flown back here west a few times and gotten back earlier than the plane was expected because we had a tailwind pushing us.
So once again, I believe that he did get pushed like a mug in a storm to where he was going.
Mm-hmm.
But the numbers he's saying do not work. And once again, just because you were in a fog and your equipment didn't work and you got there a little bit earlier than you thought does not mean you transported through interdimensions to get to a new fucking place, you motherfucker.
It's a very big stretch right there.
Yeah, exactly. So listen to just the rest, two more statistics that he says, or
you know what it is, because he's flying through the Bermuda Triangle. So,
well,
it's a given. There's,
yeah, and the thing about the Bermuda Triangle is there may be some anomalies that happen there because of something and something and something. Does that mean that you went through a transdimensional fucking
right?
No, hell no, motherfucker. And if you did, citation, how prove it to me, dude?
Mm-hmm.
Like, get a GoPro. Get a GoPro. Get 5 of them. Get 3 of the fucking what's it called that Bob bought? What did Bob buy?
Oh, the gyroscopes, the ring laser gyroscopes.
Get a couple of gyroscopes. Get this, get that, get this, and put it on there, bro. And prove to us this really happened. Otherwise, stop sputtering out fucking fake. But again, there's 2 more things. Hey, alien.
And we've ever used before. And I'd made this trip a dozen times. And I saved that receipt. I have the original.
Okay, he told us that he saved 10 gallons of gas.
Right.
In a blank.
Get over here.
Right? He did not give us the actual measure. He did not tell us. Normally on a 30-gallon tank, I fill it to the top and I run out of 30 gallons. This one, I was 10, right? He did not give us the measurement. He said he went this far and that fast.
Right. He's have a receipt that shows it. Okay, that doesn't mean anything.
But he didn't show. Yeah, and he didn't show the receipt, for one. And for 2, I needed the percentage. I need more. I need, just like I told Rachie 000, whatever the fuck that her name was.
Right.
I told her, you're not giving me enough numbers to make the math equation for you to prove that your data is real.
Mm-hmm.
And my favorite thing was that she kept asking me, well, what did I not give you? And I said, if you don't know what math you didn't give me, you are never going to prove the flat earth to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to know what numbers I need to see to work. Unfortunately, somebody did tell her the numbers, but she never gave us those numbers. She never showed that response video.
I will give it to Rachie 50 though. She is smart enough to know not to believe everything flat earth.
No, well,
she will question. She will listen to people to a point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. At least she's not a complete simp.
And she's smarter than people give her credit for too.
Yeah, no, I don't think that she's completely dumb.
No.
Just she needs
She hasn't fully fallen into it yet.
No.
Well, the problem is she just needs a little bit more like actual education. Like she needs to just learn like a little bit of chemistry, and I think then she'd be golden, because chemistry does teach you like mathematics a little bit, because you have to know like how much of stuff to put in a thing to make a combination of something. Or if she learned how to baking, right?
I was gonna say cooking, baking.
Wolfie wants to know if she's still around.
She is.
Every once in a blue moon we'll see something of her, but like she doesn't give us enough quality content from us for this channel to talk about her. Although I did find like 2 new people, and we will be doing a TikTok.
Yeah, there's a lot of new ones on TikTok for sure.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a TikTok conspiracy theory stream at some point, where we literally just like go onto TikTok and put in flat earth or something, and we're just going to like just go through them, and we're just going to look at whatever somebody says and debunk them live with going through all the idiocracy. Oh, so, okay. So what is the next thingy mabobber subject that we...
Fallen angels.
And you know what? Alien X, I would definitely probe Rachie, although I would have to put something over her mouth so she wouldn't talk. But anyway, never mind. What was the next one?
So yeah, she does have a couple of new videos from a couple days ago. So she's still putting out content, just not as much as she used to, I think.
Yeah, of course, Wolfie. When we do that, you'll definitely be involved. I'll let everybody know when we do that. So
Fallen
we could even do that for my subscriber special too, which we have still yet to deal with.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Okay, so Fallen, son of a bee sting. Okay, Fallen Angels. Here we go. Let's see. The channel is, of course. Oh, I got to go to. Give me just a millisecond because I have to change these things. Let's see where it is. So supposedly we have proof of fallen angels.
Okay.
They just got dug up.
Oh no!
Did they break anything?
Oh, when they fell? Yeah.
And not well. We'll see where they found them. There's the holes inside of the earth that they made because they fell. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ! Are you kidding me?
No. I don't know yet. I barely watched this because, like,
all right.
I like to give everybody pure reactions when we go over these. So I do go over some of them, and I do look up obviously the mythology of what people are thinking, and I look up multiple resources. But I find the ones the video links for this that I think is the most interesting, and then we just go over them live. So here we blow.
Blind react.
Yeah.
Well, pretty much.
Okay. We'll do it together.
So it is Rapture sign. Fallen angels found chained under Euphrates River.
Oh no.
So here we go. So after the Euphrates River has drained because of climate change, now we've found proof of fallen angels.
The river is on the verge of drying up completely. Many Christians are keeping a close eye on its progress.
Of course.
This is because the Euphrates River is mentioned in the Bible after the 4 angels have fallen, and the river has entirely. However, a scary video recently surfaced that depicted a sight that made peculiar noises. The location was said to be on the Euphrates River.
Okay, so supposedly there's noises coming out of a fucking hole.
I saw that video
in the ground,
and it's.
I was gonna say, what the hell were we just looking at?
Yeah, no. Once for one, you can add audio to fucking anything. For two, groaning and moaning out of cracks in the earth totally happens because like tectonic plates are moving and things are expanding and heat and moisture, and I mean your hole gets bigger and smaller depending on how dry or how wet you are. Right?
How do we know that's at the Euphrates River as well?
Yeah, exactly. There's so many questions completely.
So many variables.
This that like it's very, very difficult. But let's keep blowing on a little bit. Before we get to that, I would like to go over this just in case my dumbass forgets. And Ollie, will you please put Neil's channel?
I think, do it again. I know you did earlier, Ollie. Go ahead and put it again.
Sure. So everybody go over there and like and subscribe to them. Tomorrow evening around this time, maybe like in an hour-ish, I will be on their channel going over how I left religion. What caused me to leave Christianity, or the beginnings and ends to that, or all the things that went through. I have a lot of things to talk about in that subject.
Yeah.
From kindergarten to going to high school and all kinds of other things. So, yes. So everybody, meet us tomorrow night on Neil's the Atheist. I think it's 404 channel or something like that.
604, I think.
There we
Neil
go.
604. But we'll put that link back up.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. So if I don't know if they're inviting other people in StreamYard to join us or not, but everybody, once we start that stream, we'll let everybody know if they want to join us or whatever.
There we go.
If there's anybody who has a getting out of religion story or cult or any kind of organized thing like that, please let him know. He would love to have you on there to be interviewed and talk about your exodus of religion story. So let's keep blowing on. So
hey, Prince, what are we whispering about?
And the other thing I want to say about this video.
Sorry, I didn't realize.
How do they know what angels sound like? Fallen angels sound like? Do you know what I mean?
I don't know, and that's what we're gonna try to get to, because you know what? I would love to make a fallen angel scream. I mean,
sure
moan
you
in
would.
pleasure. I mean, bend over. Never mind. Never mind. So let's keep going.
Besides,
on.
baby, you already do every time you're with me.
Exactly. And since I got kicked out of Christian school, I was called a fallen angel, and no, we'll talk about the sex that I had that they found out about.
So I make a fallen angel moan? Nice.
Yes, exactly. So here we blow.
The sound came from beneath the ground through a fissure. Are these sounds from the fallen angels? People in the area believe
totally. That's exactly what they sound like.
that the voice was the voice of fallen angels who had been imprisoned, so that they could emit a sound that seemed like they were asking for help. What does this
It's a
signify
crack
for
in the
people
ground,
everywhere?
so it's coming from hell. Those
Right,
sounds,
right.
those are the sounds
no.
of hell.
Totally not an earthquake.
Super Ghost, how dare you?
So what you're saying? Okay, hold on. We'll
I know,
answer
huh?
that first. God damn it!
Super Ghost,
no.
come on.
The heavy
No.
breathing. I think it means about the heavy breathing.
Oh well, I was gonna say that no, they don't go. I'll sweep your leg, guys. Hey guys,
Right,
I'll sweep
right.
your
leg.
I'll sweep your
Sweep
leg,
your
guys. Hey guys, I'll sweep your leg if you don't watch out. I'll totally do it, guys.
You don't want to
Hey,
mess
guys.
with me. I'll sweep your leg.
I have to waddle to get to the car, guys. Hey, don't get in my way, otherwise I'll waddle into you.
Well, now he has. He doesn't have his card anymore. He does his audits on the bus line. That way he can
He
get
lost
from
his
where he
car.
goes.
He doesn't
think
even
so.
Uber anymore. No, he
I
was
don't know.
Ubering. He was Ubering for like a year, and now he's just busing it.
Yeah, I
Oh
think
my
he has
God.
to stay on the bus lines. That way he
What
can
the
get
hell
around.
happened to his car?
I have no clue. Telecline knows all about that. So
Right. Luna! Give me a
It was
$200 super
Luna,
it
chat,
was his
Luna.
he did that
car.
on
I
one
don't
of his
think it was
streams
his
a few
car.
weeks ago. It was like, Luna, where are you, Luna?
Where's the $200?
Yep. It was amazing. Anyway, so what does this-
guys. Hey guys, don't make me Uber. Don't make me Uber, guys. Hey guys, don't make me get on. If I get
I
on
know
you
how
guys,
Slim. I know how Slim sounds as Drunken Santa.
that's very true, and we'll be going over that, or that will be happening in what, a week or
Yeah.
something like that on
Thursday.
on Thursday.
Yes.
It is Ivy's what is
200
it? Go ahead.
Subscriber special.
200 subscriber special is what's going on Thursday.
Yep.
I can't even get to 100, man. I give up.
And if I
Hey,
get this,
hey, you be quiet. You're at
hey,
like what,
hey.
80?
Listen,
Yeah,
child,
baby.
you just started.
Yeah, baby, you need
No,
to
I didn't
stream
actually.
more. That's
Yeah,
the
I know I
problem.
do.
I
And-
already said that I'm not doing streaming. I'm gonna be doing actual videos. But freaking StreamYard crashed when I tried to do a freaking video.
We'll take care of it.
Right, Cynthia? Hey, Luna.
Luna.
And baby, you need to show your face more, and that's one of the other problems. But anyways, let's
I
keep
look
going.
like crap.
No, you don't.
That's what I know you don't, but that's what putting on makeup is for too. I mean, that's why I don't look so ugly. Is they tattooed my fucking face, so
you look like a queen.
Yeah, babe. Whatever. Nobody.
We all look like we look. Just saying.
I mean, your lighting could be better. I think that's part of it, but we'll talk about that later, honey.
I don't even want lights on right now.
I know, honey. That I know, but so what does this signify for people everywhere? Is what their question is asking about them finding a crevice that was making weird noises that they somehow jumped to the conclusion that it was fallen.
It was
fucking
fallen angels are
or
chained
something.
down there, trapped.
Yeah, like
Oh
what
my
the
god.
Gotcha.
Okay, so what does this mean for people everywhere?
To me, it sounded like a BMX bike in the distance, running and zooming around and stuff. You know?
Yeah.
Is the Bible's prophecy coming true? And if so, how? Is it feasible that these sounds are being created by cast-down angels?
No.
In today's video, we investigate the unusual sounds captured in a clip that has all believers around the world in shock.
All believers.
All
around the
believers.
world
Yep, it's
in
all about
shock
belief.
That for some reason this mysterious crack in the ground has and for some reason they've been.
We sure it wasn't Shanny down there chaining up Rev.
No, it would have smelled way worse.
They would have but remember, for some reason there's fallen angels that were chained underneath the Euphrates River. Why the fuck are they chained up under the Euphrates River? I don't fucking know.
I told you to unchain them. What the hell?
Son of a bitch, I forgot. That was the
Those
one
were his
thing I
bad
had to
subs.
do.
That's what
and
their
I
punishment.
forgot
One
to do
damn
that.
job. One
I
job.
had
baby.
one job and I forgot
Yes,
to
you're
unchain
right,
the
Wolfie.
fallen angels. God damn it. I'm sorry. Now I will let them go just so Turkey, Syria, and Iraq and Iran can have fallen angels running rampant around their countries.
Looking for Slim. Where's
Iraq
Slim?
is
Have you
enduring
seen
its worst
Slim?
drought in decades. Communities that rely on the Tigris and Euphrates rivers for water have been deprived of the water they require to thrive due to a lack of precipitation, as well as poor management of natural resources. To save crops in the Kurdistan area of the country from drying up, the officials in charge of the Mosul Dam Reservoir drained the reservoir in January. It turned out that the action saved more than just the crops. Archaeologists only had a few days to investigate the area before the waters receded. However, they were successful in mapping what they considered to be a key metropolis in the Mitanni Kingdom erected 3,400 years ago.
Okay.
This old metropolis emerged from a drained area, and they only had a few days to investigate it. Residents of the neighborhood were aware that the city had been in that site where the dam was built in the 1980s. The structures and artifacts that had survived the earthquake that destroyed the city approximately 1350 BCE, on the other hand, had never been extensively investigated. According to a report published in 2000.
Okay, so what they're saying is that there was proof that there was a city that was there that disappeared because of it turning into a waterway. Now somehow held the angels that were somehow that's the place where they were put. What the fuck are you talking about? This is so weird.
What, the Hells Angels?
2008.
Different group.
And of course, they're gonna say that it's in this place.
Yeah.
I keep doing that. Sorry. Here we blow. Of course, it's in the Middle East and nowhere else.
18 by Smithsonian Magazine's Jason Daly at the time, certain parts of the metropolis first emerged from the depths of a terrible drought. During that little amount of time, scholars were able to study a long-lost palace with massive walls 6 feet thick and 22 feet high. They discovered remnants of brilliant red and blue wall paintings within those walls. However, the archaeologists did not have enough time to map the city before the waters rose again. According to a statement from the University of Tübingen, when the drought struck again this year, a study team was established in a matter of days to hurry out to the site. The University of Freiburg provided the scholars with emergency funding to explore as much of the city as possible before it was resubmerged. Because of the team's mapping of many huge buildings and the recovery of hundreds.
Okay, so we're gonna go. what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to where they say that this is being something of something, so we can get actually into the meat and potatoes of this. So we're getting into Revelations where they said that this is part of.
I want to get into the meat.
Hey, that sounds fun.
And I'll give you some potatoes as well. But anyway, this is
No,
why
baby, those are too sore right now. It's okay. We'll
yeah,
leave those
you're
out.
right. They're very swollen right now. Somebody let
Hang
whoever
on, I got
that
it. I got it.
who's just jumping in.
I got it.
Who is jumping in?
Yes, hello, alien.
There's
Man,
our
I
alien.
I just jump into everybody. You like it?
Mr. Alien.
Alien
Nice.
is here to probe us
Welcome.
all. The alien is here to probe us all.
The only thing
Maybe.
is you're a little late for talking about how you're secretly
I
a
know.
Sasquatch.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well,
we have the
maybe.
alien Sasquatch that we were talking about earlier.
Man,
and
I'm a
so
little
I
hairy,
wanted-
you know.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
wanted
come
your
on.
opinion on that. Anyways,
Come to the party.
so to fill you in, I mean, for you to enter us, I mean, for you to understand what we're talking about on the stream, alien, there is a crack in the Euphrates River, or there is since the Euphrates River is
They found crack in a
draining.
river?
Hey, yes.
Someone
well,
fucked
I
you
mean,
too hard.
Well, that's ruined now. Jesus, you're not
Well,
supposed to get crack wet.
well, no. Crack is actually not water soluble. That's why you put it in your mouth whenever the cops are pulling you over. And you
Yeah,
have
but
some
crack
on you.
is whack.
But it, of course, is. But getting into not out of that joke, so the Euphrates River is drying up. There, alien, and they heard voices coming out of a crack in the sand. So they're saying that there's fallen angels that are chained up under this river that is drying up, which is going to cause.
I was able to listen to a bit on the way home while I was driving. So I was paying attention to that. And I do also agree with, I believe it was Mom that said, how do they know what angels sound like? But,
Yeah.
you know, as far as, you know, science, I mean, come on, there are so many things that can create noises. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous that they're going towards the whole fallen angels route.
Yeah,
rather
exactly.
Than trying to,
Why did they
you know.
jump to that first? Or,
Right.
you know, like,
I know.
So this is our proof, obviously, because we so believe in this bull crap. Which what we say to that is, so anyways, I'm gonna let them read this part of it because like I could read this, but I think they read it. If not, I will stop it and I will read the reasons they think that this is the sound of fallen angels.
Trumpet, and I heard a voice coming from the four horns of the golden altar that is before God. It said to the sixth angel who had the trumpet, release the four angels who were bound at the great river Euphrates, and the four angels who had been kept ready for this very hour and day and month and year were released to kill a third of mankind.
Okay, so I did not, to the best of my knowledge, or again, I didn't know that the Euphrates River was mentioned in Revelations. I did not remember that. So I can see why they jumped to that at this point in time, but still, just listen to the rest of it.
The number of the mounted troops was twice 10,000 times 10,000. I heard their number. The horses.
So not until there's a gazillion and a half soldiers at the Euphrates dried up river, nothing is going to happen, is what it just said.
Riders I saw in my vision looked like this. Their breastplates were fiery red, dark blue, and yellow as sulfur.
So breastplates were red, blue, and yellow. Okay, so wait for somebody to be wearing a blue.
I mean, this is like someone's fever dream, basically.
No, that's exactly what all of this it was. And we've already gone over this once. They're talking about Nero in Revelations. They believed that Nero was the Antichrist and he was going to be the end of all times. So when was Nero around? 13 AD or something? Like it was a long time ago. Let's put it that way, right? So supposedly all of this stuff was supposed to happen back then. This is not supposed to be a modern thing.
54 AD.
There we go. I knew it was like,
around 54 AD.
Yeah. So
and he
so
was born in
anyways,
37 CE. Just to also add to that, the Euphrates has been used in the Bible 21 times in multiple chapters.
Yeah.
Because it's like one of the
referred to the river, that kind of thing.
It's the next largest river at the time that people were using, other than the Rhine, correct? The Nile. Sorry. It was Nile River and Euphrates that were like the large ones that were giving the most life to people around the world at the time, right? I believe.
Well, in that area, yeah, probably.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why they were in the Bible, and the Bible was written in that area, which is now Ethiopia and those places, right?
Right.
Well, no, wait. I don't think whatever, but it's that area that it's happening. But let's blow on. So this was supposed to happen way before anything that was modern in time. So this is ancient world. So of course the way they're talking about all this stuff is not what would be modern in something. You could like place the fire came out of their mouths and there's a plague of fire and smoke and sulfur, and you can put those into things.
You could interpret, yeah.
But they're not talking about modern times. They're talking about old world thingy-mabobbers. And the gentleman who wrote this definitely was on a bunch of fucking drugs, I believe. I'm not even going to say allegedly because he can't sue me.
That's true. He's been dead for quite a while.
The heads of the horses resembled the heads of lions.
Yeah, so
and
the
out
heads,
of their mouths came fire,
and then
smoke
fire,
and sulfur. A third of mankind was killed.
Yeah, so there was lion heads that had horses that resembled lion heads that had sulfur and smoke coming out of their mouths.
Yeah, John the Elder
plagues
wrote
of fire and.
Yeah, sorry, it was John the Elder that wrote Revelations, and they say sometimes around 96 CE.
Thank you for putting that.
So
That's exactly
I think the copyright dates are pretty
say.
well expired by now.
and then
it's public domain.
And then once again, the Jeebus came into it saying that the New Testament was about turning thy cheek, loving thy neighbor, sucking off the person that. Never mind. No, that's another Bible that I read. But
you read my diary? Was that my diary?
Yeah. Damn it. That was the alien Bible of. No. But you get what I'm getting at, which is the Revelation does not have anything to do with anything from the New Testament. It negates everything in the New Testament.
Yeah.
It throws it out the thing, and it goes back to Old Testament, which God said once he made the New Testament, and the Jeebus died on the cross, and he had sex with all those Roman soldiers that we have all that video of. I mean, no, sorry, that's the deep fake that I have to play later. Then his dying of your sins gave you repentance to be able to be a prostitute.
You know, that actually makes sense, because if you look at when it was written before Jesus was even born.
Yeah. Wait.
So,
Revelations, or
I think so. Revelations.
No, it happened during the time of Nero.
Well, no. John the Elder wrote the book of Revelations. It was written around 96 CE. So Jesus wasn't really I mean, he was alive, but you know what I mean.
Okay.
Because he died when he was crucified. The calendar everything switched around or whatever, whenever it started. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we have now these things with snakes in their mouths, and they're inflicting injuries. And anyways, keep blowing on.
Killed by the 3 plagues of fire, smoke, and sulfur that came out of their mouths. The power of the horses was in their mouths and in their tails.
The power of the horses was in their mouths. Hey, we do not consent. We do not consent to bestiality at all. Please do not put the power of a horse inside your mouth.
I mean, I know people have their kinks, but anything with animals and little ones, that's a big no.
Just because I'm the size of a horse, don't call me that when you're sucking me out. Never mind.
Picture sniper. Say what?
Yeah.
Maybe a horse ain't got shit on you.
CGI.
they inflict injury. The
Yeah,
rest of
it inflicts injury. I'm sorry, and you're gonna have to go to the hospital, and I might bust your liver or gallbladder. I'm sorry, I'm that big. Never mind.
mankind who were not killed by these plagues still did not repent of the work of their hands.
And
They
then
did not stop worshiping demons and idols of gold, silver, bronze, stone, and wood.
Okay, so really quick, what I want to say really fast is all of our politicians, especially the one, the Trumpanites, let's put it that way. They are worshiping gold and silver because they work for just making money and grifting. So why are they not the ones that are going to get burnt in hell? And they don't realize that because they want to pretend that. And then also all the false prophets also get pulled into this as well. So repent for their murders, their magic arts, their sexual immortality, and their thefts. So remember, don't sexually bone somebody without consent, because that's stealing their sex. Never mind.
That's stealing their immortality?
Their sexual.
Their sexual immortality. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Just want to be clear on it,
Yes, exactly.
Idols that cannot see or hear or walk, nor did they repent of their murders, their magic arts, their sexual immorality, or their thefts.
Oh, it said immorality.
Immorality, yeah.
So, yeah.
Oops.
This is the voice that John hears coming from the four horns of the golden altar as described in Exodus 27:2. This voice commands the sixth angel who wields the trumpet to free the four angels imprisoned in the
You're supposed to hear
Euphrates
trumpeting happening, not moaning or anything. It's supposed to be trumpets.
River, the ancient border between Assyria and Israel.
So I've been
Revelation
making
reminds
the
us that
wrong
God is
sound this
ultimately
whole
in
time?
command of these events, allowing or announcing each one. In the end, evil is never permitted to run fully wild. 2 Peter 2:4, because they are described as bound. We know that they are demonic beings. Demons are fallen angels who are often bound in chains of gloomy darkness.
Okay, what does that
how
have
about
to do?
no?
But what does this have to do with this crack in the earth? And I know you said that they said that this place said that there were fallen angels, but what does this really have to do with proof of there are fallen angels in the earth?
Honestly, the Bible's not proof of evidence or proof of anything.
No, of course.
It's just a book of stories.
Yeah, exactly. Tamale. And that's what I think is funny.
You know what the Bible is proof of?
Of what?
That it is written.
That's
all.
it. Somebody wrote some words and they put it into a King James had it made into a Bible. That's all it's proof of.
And all the other versions of it as well.
Men wrote a bunch of words in a book, and people
it was
adapted
interpreted
it as religion.
And it was interpreted a gazillion and a half ways to different ways to make different.
It's like when people use Psalms to prove flat Earth. When Psalms is not, it's in the Bible, but it's men praising God. It's not about anything supposedly God ever did.
And just because
know
your translation says flat or something else does not mean that's actually what the translation or the original meaning was for. Okay, I'm gonna keep going, and then I'm gonna have to walk away for just a second to use the loo. So I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Like some of Satan's angels / devils,
I know,
are not in
I'm
prison,
gonna do
but
that.
rather free. Ephesians 6:12 says, "For our struggle is
And I
not
am
against
mango.
flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the
Song of
authorities,
Songs.
against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." The Euphrates Valley, where these four angels are held captive, has a long history of human evil. The first murder was apparently committed near the Garden of Eden in the Euphrates region, according to Genesis 4:8. In that territory, the first fighting confederacy was formed, Genesis 14 says.
Oh my
Nimrod
God.
established his kingdom there, Genesis 10:8-12. Babylonian idolatry arose in the area and will be judged there, says Zechariah 5:18.
Right.
Revelation
This is not
9:13-21
evidence of
sheds
anything. Oh my
more
God.
light on the northern invaders' onslaught. We learned of a swarm of demonic locusts descending from the bottomless abyss earlier in chapter
Demonic
9.
locusts?
We are now told that there are 200 million heavily armed cavalrymen riding horses with lion heads and serpent tails. The wicked are allowed to cross the Euphrates River by four angels stationed on the river. The previously mentioned locust swarm may control or perhaps possess these 200 million cavalrymen. 1/3 of humanity is annihilated as a result. The rest of humanity on the other side refuses to repent of their heinous crimes: idolatry, murders, sorcery, or sexual immorality. The invasion of Israel by this northern army is also prophesied in Joel 2 and Ezekiel 38. Punishment's objective is to bring people to repentance, yet it usually fails. As a result, we can conclude that the entire judgment illustrates the special horrors that torture the immortal in this life and serve as a foretaste of their doom in the life to come.
What is this? A
It
church
usually
service?
brings restlessness and strife with it. It rarely, if ever, gives serenity and satisfaction.
This
Right.
is
I thought
just
this was supposed to be like
right. What this is just them using the Bible to, like you're saying, preach. You know,
Yeah.
yeah. Instead of
it's
talking
nothing
about
to do with the
you know,
angels.
a
It's just
crack in the earth and stuff,
no.
like
You know
they're
what this
just
is
preaching.
what this is about? The actual subject only cost 5 minutes to address, and they have to
Right,
do
and so
all
they're
the window
padding it with
dressing
something
around it.
else. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so dumb.
It really
All
is.
right.
This is what men did in the name of God, basically. You know how men
Yeah, pretty
control.
much.
And locusts are an actual thing. They're not demonic.
Right. They're a
It's an
bug.
actual natural thing that happens.
Yeah, yeah.
And they
demonic makes it
swarm and
worse.
Like
they
how
the wheat fields, whatever, and people, there's famine, and you know,
like
it
if you
happens.
think about it,
Mm-hmm.
they say that God created everything on earth, right?
Right.
Well, then therefore he also created the locusts. So how are
Yep.
they demonic?
Right.
Satan controls all the bugs,
You're
and
contradicting
snakes.
yourself,
And,
dummies.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to go over now is a mud flood walkthrough of Southbridge, Minnesota, I think is what MA is. Is that what MA is?
MA's Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Oh my God, Massachusetts,
Oh my
honey.
God,
Oh my
Cookie,
God.
Massachusetts.
We're gonna have
In the
talk-
car.
Yeah, in the car. Oh my God. So let's
Go
hear
park
about
the car in the garage.
park the car in the garage.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
When
exactly.
Prince was a baby, my cousin's husband's mother is from Boston. And
Okay.
the one day I had Prince with me, he was in, the car seat. And she was like, she said something, it translated to, "It's cold out here, get that baby in the car." But that
Okay.
is not what I heard. It was like, "It's cold out here, get that baby in the car." And I'm like,
Yeah.
You said what to me?
Like Harry Warp says, park the car in the Harvard yard.
Yes,
Yeah,
park
right.
the car in the Harvard yard. So, anyways, so
And it's Baston. Gotta go to Baston.
in Boston. So, if anybody has not heard about the mud flood,
Oh God.
let's just get into this.
Oh,
They're going to explain it if they don't enough. Once they talk about the things and stuff, we'll go over the rough history or the rough ideology of it.
Slim.
And
There's a woman I covered that swore up and down that San Francisco was hilly because of a mud flood.
This mud
Yeah,
flood
'cause
is the
that's-
silliest of all the conspiracies.
no, I know.
Uh-huh.
No, I know.
Not because it was built on on hills, but they were hills because of the mud flood.
Yeah, not because people had to build houses and
Yeah.
establishments inside of hills. No, it was because fucking God, son of a bee sting.
Because the foundations of houses are underground.
Because there's windows
it's all
under
mud
the
flood.
people. There's places with basements.
Yeah, they're called basements. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and folks, you know why there's basement windows? Because they didn't want to there wasn't electricity at the time, or
It's called for
they
light
didn't want to spend
and
they didn't wanna-
ventilation.
Yeah, they didn't want to spend more money putting in fucking lighting systems and electricity into it when they could have just put a fucking small window and put a ventilation system, which meant the window opened for part of the year.
Right.
What the fuck are you guys, son of a bee sting? Okay. Okay, before
mud flood.
Okay, before we get into that, of course we have to do this. Of course, it's this. fucking beets and rice. God damn it.
Yes.
All right.
Beets and rice.
Is that your sponsor?
Yeah, exactly. That is.
No,
And
our
then,
sponsor is Schitt's Creek.
and well, that is beets and rice. Also by Mango is our sponsor.
So Harry Warp does say the high windows in semi basements let light in for servants to work, but not to get distracted by things outside. So that was another reason as well.
There's a handful of reasons.
Yeah,
And
there's a whole bunch of
If we
reasons.
actually wanted to go into
We could. Oh yeah.
Architecture. Philosophy.
Architecture?
That's the other thing, architecture, because they built things.
Yeah.
Philosophy. No, I'm just kidding. No, why architects built buildings these ways? We would find out easily if you ever went to school to become an architect or to learn how to construct things on CAD, right?
Yeah,
model things. You would see why these things were happening for these reasons.
And that's
this
the
is
thing
not a flat. Look at this is not a flat thing. Look at what we're looking at. This is higher than this,
and the street goes down a slope.
Yeah, there's a slope.
It's called a hill.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing is, a lot of these mud flooders are like, look at that old world architecture.
And it's like
instead of which people built looking old world when it wasn't old world, you know.
Yeah,
and they automatically assume it's Tartaria or something like that, you know.
So one of the most notorious things that happen. One of the most notorious things that happens in the Americas is we mimic art style structures, architectural styles of other cultures, Roman, other things. Go to the South, look at those pillars they have. They're modeled off of Roman. This is modeled off of something that's something from us. You know what I'm saying? It's all pretending to be old world is what they model these things off of. And if this was done 100 years ago, then the inspiration for that time period around then may have been Victorian blah, right? And so they're gonna build it in that freaking style. It matters on who was the construction company as well. They may only have done things in brick, so they're only gonna do things this way, or they only worked with a company that used a certain type of glass. So they're only going to make your windows a certain type of way. I mean, it's all just so easy.
Okay, Wolfie, we'll see you later, honey.
Yeah, later, Wolfie. I didn't see what was going on, but I hope everything's okay. So before we get into this, all I have to say is...
Alrighty then.
Okay, so let's get into this.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm over here at Central Mills, Southbridge, Mass. And I've been wanting to do this video for a while. And we're at a MudFlood building. And we're going to look into the history book as I sit here, as it's Super Bowl Sunday 2023. We're going to go into MudFlood buildings in Southbridge, Mass. And we're also going to go into brick analysis, as I brought a tape. I brought the history book, and I'm sitting over here on the stairs. It's full.
Okay, he said he brought a history book. So how many of you think he's going to straw man?
Actually read the history book?
That's what I'm saying. He's not going to read it. He's going to cherry pick, I think is the right word I should have said. He's going to cherry pick what is in this book.
420-ish. And right here, this is
here.
As you see, there's a MudFlood appeal.
Okay, so there's another building right here who has the half.
I don't know what's up with this camera.
But once again, folks, he does not know how to use the equipment he's using. Just like
if you look, there's looks like lines running through it, like he's
like he didn't white balance it right, or he's not cleaned the lens, and so it's getting like this little white spot and a couple.
There's some lines running down like it's cracked, like grayish, really light gray lines.
Yes. So the first thing that I want to point out to this mud fucker is
mud flutter.
the bottom windows. Look at how small they are.
Yeah.
Look at these top 3 windows. Oh my God, they're the same size. Why did they fucking do that? Fucking for structural, or they did it for aesthetic reasons. They did it to make it look a certain way. These windows at some point may have taken things in. This window up here may have been a way that they brought in produce or something.
Agreed.
Who knows?
A house that I used to live in. If you looked at the front of the house, you seen this like square, like what used to be an opening, but it was obviously closed in eventually. And come to find out, it used to be where they used to put the coffins into the house.
That's what I'm saying. It was
for,
used for
family viewings and layouts and stuff.
Now, do you see what I'm talking about, Slim? See those grayish looking lines going up when he goes to the book?
Yeah. We'll get to that.
Anyway.
But yeah, there's different windows for different reasons. They may have loaded stuff into this, and there's like a chimney up here or a ventilation system. So there may be a reason why that was there. There may be an elevator there at some point. I don't fucking know. There's one thing I can see that I don't know if that is a difference, but there's a water spout thing,
like a downspout. Yeah.
So
it
maybe
drains right
because
there.
of these downspouts, they had to add, you know what I'm saying? That who knows why that happened. But it happened for a reason. And again, these windows are not different than these windows. These are not underground. So this was done as an aesthetic thing. This was not done later. They don't change this to match it to trick your dumbass fucking MudFlooder ass twat whistle ass brain. Anyways, let's go further into this. He will now. I'm gonna go.
I have the picture that Harry he said it's a better picture. If you want me to share my screen real quick.
Of what?
It's this. There's a better picture of it.
Okay, well,
Harry Warp put one up.
Okay. I want to hear what he talks about.
Right.
When we get to
yeah, it'll take
book.
2 seconds. It's not a video. It's just a picture.
Well, then show it right quick, baby cheeks.
There we go.
Yeah, because that's the one he was showing to begin with.
Yeah. Okay.
That Slim had up. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Thank you, Harry Warp. Once again, there's stairs that go up and down. There's things that make sense that would not make sense if there was a. And once again, I always say once again when I don't fucking mean that because I'm daft. One point that I need to point out is why wouldn't they just mow down the freaking building and build a new one if it was so something changed so much?
Right.
If it was so dramatic that the whole. Why didn't they plow the whole town and just rebuild the whole town then, motherfucker? Like, y'all don't... son of a bee sting. Okay, I get way too...
It's not as if people, when they construct things, they build into hills and grade the bottom so you can put something there.
Well, it's just like
still have the sides, you know.
It's just like a motherfucking flat earther when they're like, "Yo, when you build a freaking like apartment complex, you don't take in count of the globe." Yeah, because it's only less than a quarter of a mile.
Yeah. Harry was saying, yeah, they did tear down part of the building and rebuilt it, and you'll find a lot of the buildings that these MudFlooders pick on have been rebuilt to at some point.
Yeah, and exactly. But they
retrofitted or whatever.
Yeah, but they didn't tear down the whole thing and make a new building that looked like it was part under the. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
That they've been there before, and there was something like there's a sign that it was there before there potentially was a flood, and there's no point that it said that it was there. Remember, the Americas is so young that the global flood doesn't even make sense here.
No, it doesn't.
Right.
If y'all want to go to
well, supposedly the mud flood happened in the mid 1800s, according to these people.
Yeah, but
there's no record of it.
But still,
yeah,
something like that
happened.
happened.
I mean,
go ahead.
What is the motivation behind this?
I don't.
Chemtrails. Okay, I know what they mean, but mud floods.
They claim it's Tartaria, which was actually, I think it was a name for Russia at a certain time of history.
Well, and the other thing is, it's the government is lying to you about something that's hidden for a thing that doesn't make any sense. Like, it's just because they think
it's them trying to make sense of the world without actually researching stuff too.
Well, it's their conspiratorial minds that are bringing them
Yeah.
into thinking that things are happening that isn't,
Mhm.
which makes them feel important because they have a secret knowledge that nobody else has.
Right.
When what you could do is just learn magic, you punk ass bitch. Seriously, learn how to do a card trick or two.
I have to laugh when these people are like, well, the sun's a dimensional portal and the moon's a reflection of the earth, and they the electromagnetism keeps him up and blah 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 blah. But the earth rotating around the orbiting around the sun. Oh, that doesn't make sense to me.
Well,
because all these elaborate things to
The real problem is every
believe
morning they
instead.
wake up, their mama tells them how much of a
Okay.
shitty person
Thank you,
they
Harry.
are, and then they go online and they have to go find memes that
These
reinforces
are
how
people that do
cool
not like
they
authority
are.
either.
Yeah,
you know,
no, exactly.
can't stand any type of authority because they're being told what to do
Yeah,
or whatever.
and they can't they've never been told no enough, or they've not lived in life far enough to understand. Although what we're gonna have to talk about is there are the ones that are the grifters that are making money
Mhm.
off of it, and that's what we try
Mhm.
to expose is those people.
Yeah.
The mud
But
flooders,
how?
I don't see very many grifters on the mud flood aspect. So we're just making fun of them. A lot of these people are
Right.
not selling books, they're not
Right,
selling
right.
anything, and they're just this.
It's
Just
like
like
your
all-
people that do woo peddling for crystals. They're always
Yeah.
selling crystals.
Yeah, and
At the end of the day.
this isn't exactly that. Mud flooders, I think, are just this.
Exactly.
Although we know a couple mud flooders that are crystal pushers and are urine drinkers and other things where they're pushing the woo, they're peddling woo.
Yeah.
We do know that to some extent.
Yeah.
But
Right.
let's get back into watching him explain a little bit more. Well, actually, let's do this. Let's just get further into it because this building we already know was built for
Yeah.
this reason, for a reason that makes sense why an architect would do this. And I literally could bring in probably architects that would tell us they had to do this for this reason. I mean, literally.
It's an old plant from what Harry Warp said.
Yeah, of course.
From the early
And-
1800s. Yeah.
And you know why maybe a lot of these little portholes are put on the side right here? This, and this to fucking load in a fucking equipment. That could
Right.
be a reason. Maybe it wasn't. But the reason why they put portholes in there that were that big is so you can push things in and out of all of these windows if you needed to at some point in time.
You're pushing things in and out of where?
Holes.
Out of the window.
Push me, pull you. Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. Push me, pull you.
Jump out of the window.
And then if
And
you
they were
jumped out the
textile mills,
window,
so they
it would
needed to have
only be-
big windows so people can see in there too.
Well,
Oh
and-
yes,
and-
that's
and
it.
bring in
They
light
had to have those big
and
windows
or-
so that while people are moving their bathtubs, they can fall out the window.
Yeah, it's all bathtub
That's
falling
it.
out of the windows.
Right. Like Cleveland on Family Guy.
And all of this makes sense because of, I mean, what part of this to never mind. Let's just
Yeah,
get
but do you
further
know
in-
what?
Yes.
All these things we said now make more sense than a mud flood.
I know. No, I know. That's what's hilarious. Okay, so he is going to like delve further into this, and he's like going to bring us closer into this, and we're just going to go only a little bit further. But let him get us closer to this, where I think it's here.
Right.
Okay, through that window doing his thing.
Okay, so this building is made at the same time. Actually, it's made a little bit later than the building, I believe, and it is on the regular floor.
I forget if it was 940.
Or what he's claiming would be after the mud flood, the floor level.
You know, 910. 910 now is Webster Lake. But let's look at the architecture of this as you go up here. Look at how intricate this is. As people today don't do that type of work.
Yeah, not nowadays. People don't do that type of work. People in the
Because nowadays
1920s.
people are lazy and cheap.
Yeah,
Nice
it's
architecture.
mainly.
Do things cheaper, get a bigger profit.
Yeah.
Well, and once again, this was built to be in the style of something where they use
It was built like
inspiration
that.
from another
Yeah.
building to make it look like it was from a certain time period. That's not, obviously, just because that's the way that it was designed. When you design a building, even if it doesn't have these little things, if you look at any modern university,
Mhm.
they have weird aesthetics around it, just like this.
Right.
Things may look kind of basic, but a lot of architecture nowadays looks
Right, and that is Harry Warp says Romanesque revival style. So
Sure,
that was a style they decided to build that into.
exactly. That's why they
Yeah,
have
something
the,
like
the
that.
arches this way, and they have
Right.
this. And then the other thing is, what is it? I want to say it's called cookie cutter style, is where you have
Yeah, they're called cookie cutters when they're all in this. They all look the same.
They're all the same.
And so
Yeah.
this is cookie cutter style technically, right? But in the Roman version. So does this happen all the time? Fuck yeah, you dumbass. This is nothing new. Nobody's being lazy because they don't do it. No, it happens all over, and different styles are different with their patterns they put around the edges of different places on buildings. Just like I want to point out, as soon as he goes down further, see these little patterns they have right here?
Yeah, they
I
just
think,
turned the bricks is what they did, or looks
yeah,
like.
and so it makes like almost a heart, or makes like that's just stylization they did to
Right.
make it look prettier. There's no like reason or rhyme they did it other than that's what you do with architectural stuff.
Right.
And if you look at modern architectural buildings, same difference. You're going to have this cookie cutter style thing around things that make different textures, that make it look like different things, that give different patterns, that give different aesthetics.
Right.
I like this style.
It is nice. I like the way they did the arches there.
No, this is
Pretty,
really
actually.
beautiful.
Very
One day
gorgeous.
I would love to go and see this in person for sure.
Yeah, some other kind of symbol in between each crescent.
Yeah, they just took two bricks and just tilted them. Is what they did.
It's just aesthetic style.
Style.
Yeah, it's just done to make it look more cute.
And then the arch, I love the way they do the arch with the
this
bricks
looks
going
it looks like an
vertically.
umbrella.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
That
it looks like
looks
a fan. It looks
Yeah.
like a
Love
fan
it.
almost.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing. So this is just all done for aesthetic purposes.
Just fanciful. This building's number 100.
And then once again, what part of this building shows you there was a mud flood?
Right.
I know. The disabilities ramp.
There we go. There we go.
Yep. Wheelchair ramp. That's what it is.
So the foundation is right here, which
For that
is
one, yeah.
on the first level of this building, is what I'm gonna guess. Let's just see if they're gonna pigeonhole this or straw man this into using that as an example. That's what I'm guessing is going to be their example.
And now these things down at the bottom, I call them fudge blocks because them aren't part of the original. They put them in there.
They're called what?
Make it
Flood blocks?
I'm going to back it up, but he calls them fudge blocks,
Probably flood blocks.
I think he says fudge, but maybe he. Let's hear.
Yeah, let's listen.
Because them aren't part of the original. They put them in there.
Sorry, here we blow.
Over here in Southbridge, Mass. And now these things down at the bottom, I call them fudge blocks.
I'm going to boost
He
the
sounded like he
audio.
said fudge blocks. Put it on.
I know. I think he says fudge, but I'm going to.
I'll say put on closed captioning and see what it catches.
Oh,
Or
let's
just
do
slow it
that
down
and
just
slow
for
it down.
that section.
Well, let's do both, and I amplified the audio as well. So
Mhm.
let's blow on.
This building's number 100. This one over here on Central Street. Over here
Which
in
makes
Southbridge,
sense.
Mass. And now these things down at the bottom, I call them fudge blocks because them aren't part of the
Fudge
original.
blocks.
They
You
put
did say
them in
fudge
there to
blocks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take place to make it look like.
Sure. Okay.
Remember, folks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, anybody watching, You can move as much fucking earth as you want to fucking put in a building. You fucking dumb cunt. What the fuck are you talking about? You can make anything look like anything if you really wanted to, and you had enough fucking time, effort, money.
Hey, Shane.
So this does not prove anything, you twat.
Right.
Hey, Shane.
Like that was the foundation line. And see how it stops over there?
Because they wanted the building to stop there, and they put those things in there to be the bottom part of it. So this is where you would have the basement of the building. If this was a restaurant or a place that had things they needed to store things in, that's what basements are for. So this is just a storage place, and where they put the AC and where they put the propane tanks so they don't blow up the people in here that are it's heating the place. What's the problem with having a downstairs to an upstairs? You fucking weirdo.
Right.
And then it goes down.
And how do you think you can't dig this out with a fucking backhoe? You can do this with if you had 1,000 people and you had 2 years.
Basements aren't created nowadays. That just doesn't happen.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you can't just dig out a fucking area in the side of a fucking hill and make something. What the
Nope, not at all.
God, son of a bee sting.
There are not companies that, make
Yeah, no, you
basements.
can't just go to fucking Home Depot and rent a backhoe and fucking do this.
Or like in the 1800s, just pay some men and they'll dig a hill out. They'll dig.
Well,
a
that's
spot
what I
for
was
you out in the
saying.
hill.
Is
I
that's
mean,
what I'm
you know.
saying? Get 1,000 people.
Shane, we're talking about MudFlood.
Get 1,000 people who just came over from another country and came here and need to work. And you tell them, take this shovel, dig out that fucking hole so we can put a foundation. You think they're going to do it? Fuck yeah, they're going to do it. Like, duh. This obviously was man-made. What part of this isn't man-made, you weirdo? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
They're right in the corner. And now it already goes down a story.
Yeah, because it's on a hill, you
Yeah.
twat. It goes down a fucking story. It's on a hill. You know what stories are built on too? In the Americas. It matters on if it's underground or if it's above ground. So if it's a basement, it will have a lower roof. If it's a place you walk into, it's going to have a higher. So your bottom floor, like this that he's showing, is going to be smaller than it is the rest of the floors you have on top of it. So the less you have to dig in to the side of the hill or mountain to make it. And if this was all done out of like soft dirt, it would have taken them like 5 seconds to fucking do this.
One story. You see 2 and a third down there. All types of crosses up there, which could possibly be a Templar cross or Tartarian.
A Tartarian cross. I've never heard
See,
of
I knew we were going to get to that soon.
I didn't know there was a Tartarian cross, but no, this is like the medical cross, or just do for a patterning because your bricks are only
It's just a
so
plus
big.
sign. Not a big
and,
deal.
And your bricks are only so big. So instead of cutting other bricks, you're going to make a pattern with the bricks. And so you're using the short end of the brick on the top of the cross, and you're using the long in the middle. And
Look who
using
came to
short
say hi.
is not.
Chevrolet emblem.
There's nothing done with the thing of the stuff and the thing.
I think it looks
what the-
gorgeous, actually. The way
No,
they did
I
that.
love it
It's
as well.
nice. No cracks. It is really beautiful.
No, this is wonderful, and like
Well
I love.
made.
Yep.
I love the tops above the arches as well. These things, these are amazing as well. Those things. No, this is a wonderful, beautiful building. The reason why they make things aesthetically pleasing as buildings is so that you aren't disgusted when you walk by it. If you like a building and a company's building when you walk by it, like McDonald's, Jack in the Box, all of those buildings are made to be aesthetically pleasing, so that when you drive up to it, you're like, "Oh my god, I want that!" Or it makes you attracted to it. Not that you're attracted to buildings, but so that it's comfortable, it's pleasing, it makes you invited into the structure. Towns do that. They don't let you build a bunch of ugly structures inside of their town. They make you, same with HOAs, home associations. They make everything pretty. Everything needs to be pretty for all of these things. And that's why that's what this is. It's beautification of buildings to make them pretty when you are going to visit them or be there downtown or blah, blah, blah. And this is like a community center or something that like people go to for, it's a government building, right?
Right.
So you want people to be invited into it. You don't want to have like gnashing teeth and vampire faces outside of it.
Right.
So nobody wants to go in to get help. You want it to be inviting, and that's part of this bull crap.
It must be a landmark.
Yeah, and that too. And you want people to remember it and to think of it and to be something you talk about. And so that's why you hire an artistic architect to come in to make certain buildings for certain reasons in certain places, like your theaters, your town halls, and other places like that. So anyways, let's keep blowing on.
Over here at the top. That's very nice.
Look at that.
Only that.
That's not. Oh my Jesus Christ! That's only there. Fuck me in the ass.
There for the sign.
That's only there for temporary. For like they've only had that there for like 5 years, and that's to like make sure people don't like park in the wrong spot. That normally isn't there. They put that next to the fucking thing that you're thinking to the left to make sure people don't park in the wrong spots. Or it has a sign on it that says that. That has nothing to do with fucking history.
Yeah.
It's just a wheel.
Okay, it's a tower. Okay.
That's nice.
Okay.
I love the color of the bricks.
Okay,
It's really
let's
nice.
let's get into where they start measuring bricks to show that
What?
that
You don't
just
make bricks this size these days.
Yeah,
please,
just
let's
listen.
go.
Yeah, just listen.
Tape. I'm just curious to what these.
Look at that.
Measuring bricks.
They look like bricks to me.
8x2.
Yeah, they're 8x2s. So what?
They had-
Anything before the 1800s.
You know what else is 8x2? Wait a minute.
Oh.
You know why they're all the same size? Because they have a form that they put the bricks into when they make them.
Yeah.
And not just that. They
So
did
they're all the
different
same size.
sizes for different reasons.
Right.
That doesn't exist, Mama. Come on.
I know. I'm making sense.
But watch this one. Oh, watch this one though.
Anything before the
Hold on.
1800s,
Oh,
in my opinion,
that's
was
8.
small.
That's
Watch
8.
this. Watch this.
8.
Oh, I thought we said 8.5. I thought we were gonna
You
have
know how they
8.5.
call this? This is an industrial standard.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
they do make
motherfucking how
all
the
size
world
bricks, but
works.
for something like this, yes,
Yeah.
it's a standard size
There are
brick.
different sorts of bricks, and they all have
Right.
an industrial standard, so they
Yeah.
fit.
And not just fit, but they also have a tensile strength, right?
Yeah.
So they know that if they put this many bricks over here on this big of a thingy-mabobber in this ratio, it's not going to crumble because
Especially when they do the arches, they have to do it in such a certain way so that it
and
won't
so
crumble.
You have to.
This
you
is
have to
something
know
that people don't think about. That
the
these
weight
things
bearing.
These things are really designed.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is designed. They are just not making bricks. Okay, here's a brick. No, they make these things. They design these things.
Right.
I used to answer phones and take orders, like write down orders for a company that made bricks and cement stairs. You could buy the stairs already made.
Right.
And stuff like that. It's how do people not know that these things exist? Like
So you know what happens if you do not go to the standards you're supposed to by not going not with the mathematics you're supposed to use on the globe to get these things right.
Crap starts collapsing and falling apart.
Yep.
This is pretty much what happens. Give me just a millisecond.
There's San Francisco. There is a fort called Fort Point.
Yeah.
And it's right at the underneath. It's literally underneath the Golden Gate Bridge. They built the Golden Gate Bridge over it, and it's a World War II fort. Fort from World War II days. Not World War II. I'm sorry, Civil War days.
Yeah.
Because there's the opening to the Bay Area right there, to the Bay.
Yeah.
And they have, if you go inside, their building is built where the cannons are. There's arches, and so when you look down, it's like all you see is arch. They had to build that in a certain way to so the top would be fine, so it would bear the weight of the top part of the floor and of the ceiling and stuff above it.
Yeah. So here's what we're blowing at. Here we go.
Oh.
I mean, literally, this is what happens when you don't build buildings right. Are they collapsing some of these? Yeah, they kind of are.
Yeah, they're demolition. You could tell.
But
it still looks
this
cool,
is what
doesn't it?
happens when something wasn't built right. And yes, they are blowing. But it's proof that if things aren't constructed right and things happen, things fall over. And like this, they're building this building, and then they didn't get.
Well,
they
look
didn't
what
get
happened with the that car factory.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
So once again,
Or
weight bearing
or whatever it was.
Yeah, weight bearing on the wrong place causes. Go ahead, Neil.
Tsunami.
Some of them are getting wet.
Yeah,
Some of them are going to get wet.
So what we're talking about is weight distribution not being calculated properly, getting something to happen where you didn't expect it, or once again, you know how many gazillions of freaking dollars? I'm gonna do this right quick. You know how many freaking gazillions of dollars they spend to build casinos? They spend to build condos. They spend lots of money to go make sure the fucking floor is flat. It's not sand. They can actually build bazillions of pounds of pressure putting on the land. If they can do it here, if they can do it there, do they get it wrong sometimes? Fuck yeah, they do. We've seen that gazillion and a half times. Buildings falling over.
Like I said before, our biggest mall here, not here in my county, not in Niagara County, it was built on swampland, and every year it starts to sink more and more.
Exactly. So yeah, these really, really, really smart people try to get it right, and they still fuck it up. So if you're conspiracy thinks that you can watch YouTube videos and you know what's going on, go to a fucking construction site and stand there and watch the foreman actually make sure that fucking shit doesn't go wrong, and then tell me that you know, like, I don't even understand. There's that one dude, Mama, do you know who I'm talking about? He is the crane operator.
Level Earth Observer.
That motherfucker, dude, that guy pisses me the fuck off.
Oh yeah.
Okay, later, Alien.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me on. I
Bye,
appreciate
Alien.
it.
Thank you for being here, hon.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. Take care, guys.
We'll see you later.
All right.
That motherfucker pisses me off because he's like, oh, I do blah, blah, blah. And like, I'm in construction, but he's not in construction. He barely moves a fucking.
No, I know. He sits up in a tall crane and just moves stuff. That's it.
And barely does anything that's not using very much of maths
Right. He's
Because
not the one who's having to do all the calculations for things and
No.
Yeah,
he
no,
gets
they
told
hook
what the calculations are.
Yeah, they hook it up and they make sure, and he lifts it up, and then there's like 3 people telling him where to put it, and then he puts it down or he lets go of it, and then they unchain it, and he
Kind of like what you
doesn't-
do, Slim, in your dungeon.
Yeah, the problem is if I don't unchain the person in the right way, they fall on the hook, and then I have to call an ambulance.
Yeah,
So I have to
I've
make
had a
sure that I
few-
don't kill people when
No.
I'm hanging them.
While I was still learning the ropes and my honey was teaching me, I
Yeah,
unhooked a few people wrong, and they fell flat on their face a few times.
So we had to clean up some bloody noses and a couple bloody genitalias, but we'll talk about that later. Anyways, so let's get further into like showing what happens when you don't do things right and like why this wouldn't work, especially if you had a global flood. I don't know how I'm going to show this, but as soon I would like to. In Estes Park in 1980, 1979 or something, we had a huge flood through Estes Park. 2 dams broke, and they took out my family's business.
Oh,
They took out the whole town. They took out like 1,000 people, all that fun stuff. The devastation afterward does not look like what they show in all this that we're looking at. So once again, we're just going to show what actual falling apart of things not built right looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish I had some like bum bum ba da da dun 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 bum ba da dun dun dun, but I don't think I have any.
Oh, that literally twisted and then fell.
Yeah, so we'll go with this.
Close enough, babe.
It's nearly a scratch.
Oh, look at that slowly. Oh,
Jesus.
Ooh.
So once again, this is what happens when buildings don't go right. Even if you're taking them down, this is what faulties in what you're doing could cause.
I love watching building demolitions. Are so cool looking.
Oh, me too.
I love it.
So really quick, when my family was in Las Vegas, like in 1995, I think is what it was, they tore down one of the casinos, and it's famous, and so it's 1995.
The Stardust, I think it was.
Yeah. So
because as I recall, they
1995
used that footage in Mars Attacks where the tower literally goes halfway apart, and
So
it was pretty cool.
We were in the hotel. We were in the hotel next to the Stardust in 1995 or 1998. I don't remember 100% which year because I was young, but we were literally 40 feet away from them demolishing it, and they had like my parents sign a waiver saying that we could stay in the hotel room that was facing it, and we literally saw the Stardust a lot away fall, and then the dust hit the window, and it like made like the electronic fog we kind of saw, or we're talking about. You literally saw this like weird fog pattern hit the window, which gave you weird patterns, and you saw weird shit for like 30 minutes, and then all of a sudden it came away, and then you just saw the Stardust was just laying there on the bottom. It was fucking insane to like
they
be
just
that
recently tore down a hotel here, or not a hotel, an old hospital.
Yeah.
And they let people go there to spectate, but you had to sign waivers saying that you wouldn't hold them responsible if anything happened.
That's what happened for my mom and stepdad. They signed waivers saying we're okay being this close to blah 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 because it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And watching that collapse was just insane. And then
it's amazing, isn't it?
Feeling the rumble and the impact that you have, like sonically, was very impactful for me as a teenager, because I had never felt something like a sonic boom like that impacted your brain and your body and your heart that much. That was the first time my heart ever like stuttered, kind of.
Are you kidding me? I was, I'm an adult and I just watched this, and I even still, like, anytime I watch a building being imploded or something, I'm like, like I'm a little kid.
Yeah. Well, I went to a rave one time where they were experimenting with decibels of bass, and they actually were stopping people's hearts with low decibels of bass at certain events.
I'm not surprised.
And these artists stopped. Well, they went that low, and then they didn't use that low of bass. But I literally was at a rave one time, and I heard such a low bass to where my heart stuttered 3 times, and I was lifted in the air, and I felt like I was not touching the ground for 3 inches. And then when it dropped, the bass or came back into audible range, I felt like I fell back down, and like everybody around me stopped, and they all did the same thing. They like almost moved backwards but didn't, and it looked like everybody raised up and then everybody fell. It was so fucking weird.
It was like a sound, a pressure wave or something kind of deal.
Yeah,
right?
sure, like a sonic boom or a sonic boom or something. But once again,
they filter out all this shit because there's below what we can hear. There's
totally.
shock waves, and now they filter them out because it's too dangerous with these grand. I've done my stuff with PA systems, so I do know a little bit about it. See my stuff here. So
of course. So those producers decided to not use that form of it anymore. But like there were 3 or 4 times where producers was like, let me try this, and they fucked us up actually. But then they realized, let's not do that to your people. Let's make sure it's fun for everybody. But my heart literally like stutter stepped for like a couple beats and then dropped. It was crazy. DJ Swamp back in the day did that shit in 2002 or something like that at
Cynthia
a rave
was
we
saying
were
she
at.
went to a Yes concert and her heart started beating in time with the bass.
Yeah, sure. That definitely happens with stuff and things with just regular like beats and stuff. But making your heart stop is completely different.
Different thing. Yeah.
Yeah. When it changes your complete being, that's a little bit different. Well, drugs do that with music, but we'll talk about that later. Anyways, so we've gotten into the concept of exactly what we were talking about. Everybody, I think we went through everything.
We sure did.
I did find the hotel. It wasn't the Stardust. It was a Landmark Hotel, and it was demolished in November of 1995. That's the one where literally would cut in half when it came down.
When was the Stardust?
Stardust,
demolished?
I got it mixed up. Stardust was
because it was either 1995 or 1997.
2007 it's showing.
Okay, so it
March
wasn't
2007.
Wait. There's 2 Stardust that I think that got demolished.
Stardust Resort Casino was in 2007.
Okay. Then I guess it
wasn't the Flamingo demolished too.
Dude, there was like 20 of them that were.
There was a lot demolished, and they made new ones. Yeah.
Well, anyways, let's not get into the semantics of
I've
that.
been in the Stardust too, believe it or not. So yeah, before then.
But anyways, let's get into finding out what everybody's doing before we get the fuck out of here, honey. Tomorrow, I have. I think I'm doing this tomorrow. Is AI deepfakes?
No, tomorrow's your
one with Neil 604.
Neil.
Well, yeah, but I'm also going to be doing something before that, everyone. So
you have it set up or no?
Yeah, I already have it set up. So at 3 p.m., I'm going to be doing AI deep fakes for Joe Rogan, Ben Shapiro.
Yes. Okay. No, that's I'm seeing a different one. I'm sorry. I'm seeing one for Wednesday. But yeah, tomorrow at
Rogan,
5 o'clock Eastern is another stream.
So tomorrow should be the AI deep fakes.
Yeah,
right?
Joe Rogan, Ben Shit weirdo.
Yeah, chick weirdo.
What else? Go do the rest.
I don't know. I can only see 3 of them.
I've got
Jordan.
Joe Rogan, Jordan Peterson,
you're
Ben Shapiro, Donald Trump, and Joe Biden.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
On your title.
And there may be a Tim Pool
Okay.
that we may throw into there. I don't know. I am having so much fun with these AI deep fakes that this is going to become a new thing we're going to be doing on this channel. Where
But
we
you're
just
also
play
doing
deep fakes.
Neil's thing too tomorrow. Neil
Yes.
604, the 604 atheist.
Yeah, exactly. So speaking of that devil, I will be sharing my deconversion story, 8 p.m. EST, on Neil 604 Atheist channel, and you can go subscribe to them. Everybody here, if you don't go subscribe to them and show them some love and go check out some of their videos, even if you're about ready to go to sleep, just click on their videos and just play them. And
how much time from now is that?
That is in 24 hours, pretty much.
25 hours. Well,
Okay,
6
so
o'clock,
it's-
right? Eastern?
Yeah. So 25 hours.
So roughly 25 hours.
Yeah. So I will be talking about my deconversion story from religion. I'm going to give out a small rough draft on this. I was molested in Christian school. I was forced to go back into Christian school in high school because I got kicked out of a school district. I got kicked out of there for having finger banging in a chicken chapel. And then I was told I was a fallen angel, and I thought I was a fallen angel for a year. So hear the full story on all of that when we talk about it tomorrow. And before that, like I said, we're going to be going over AI deep fakes. If you've never, don't look them up. Don't do this. Don't look them up yet.
Let's all be surprised.
Yeah, wait till we get to this. AI deep fakes on Joe Rogan, Ben Shapiro, Jordan Peterson, Donald Trump, and Joe Biden. And I have a special thing I'm going to do at the end about Tim Pool deep fake. And so we will get to that later. Wednesday is going to be drunk news report, and I'm going to be doing it over a bunch of crazy, weird subjects that you all need to join us for. And then we'll have other crazy things. So, Mama, what do you have coming up?
Just have my TikTok tomorrow, hopefully. And I'm working on a video for Wednesday and What the Hell Karen on Thursday for our premiere Thursday.
Wait, hey, Glover Mom?
Yes.
You go through I know you do the TikTok stuff a lot. Have you seen the thing on TikTok where they say that they've seen like mermaids and whatnot?
I've kind of seen those a little bit, skip through them, but yeah.
So what we're going to do in the near future is we're going to go over like TikTok conspiracy theories.
Right.
I mean,
and don't forget
TikTok.
Don't forget Ivy's 200.
Yeah,
subs,
I was going to let you talk about Ivy when we get to you, Ned. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Just
but you want me to talk about it?
Show.
Thursday 200 sub special for Ivy Coon. So it'll be right after What the Hell Karen. So
with all her songs.
I'm in one of them.
And guests.
And Drunk Santa, which I don't have any idea why I know about that.
Do you don't know why you know about Drunk Santa?
I don't know why I know Drunk Santa at all.
Not sure. It's a puzzlement.
So anyways.
See you later, Little Wolf.
Yeah, later, Little Wolf. Queen, do you have anything you want to say?
Not yet.
Okay. We'll eventually get her to start like doing things, and like I may convince her to start doing storytelling on OnlyFans while she's naked, but I have to do some more convincing first. But anyways, we'll talk about that later.
She could do it on YouTube
So-
with just a strategically placed book in front of her.
No, we're gonna make more money on the OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, I
So
gotcha. Okay.
I may be telling stories naked on OnlyFans where you can
Sorry to
see
hear that,
everything.
Wolfie.
We'll see.
It
Queen
has
and
to
I
be
need to
spicy
make
stories though.
Queen and I need to make a little bit more money so that we can be
Yeah.
together. So one of us will probably be telling scary stories naked soon. We'll see which one of it is, because I can't have her sitting on my lap telling naked stories until I can get there.
Right,
So y'all
right,
need
right.
to like make it so that can happen, because
Mhm.
I know you want to see me reading scary stories to Queen while she's sitting on my lap, and other things that involve her sitting on my lap. Anyways, Acid, is there anything you want to tell us before we go?
Oh
Like
my.
I said, I'm trying to get some video, like gameplay videos up, but for some odd reason, everything that I'm trying has crashed on this little computer I have.
Yeah.
So
I feel for you on that one.
like I was playing Five Nights at Candy's. It's like a Five Nights at Freddy's
Okay.
fan game, which is free, so hence why I was playing it. And I was trying to play it, and like mid playthrough, StreamYard crashed on it, stopped recording. I was like, and I didn't realize it until my light went off.
Yeah, StreamYard maybe not something that's going to be great for you to stream on, but we'll talk about that later. You and I will, and other people will talk about it, and then we'll get you going. If that's not feasible on the thing you have, we'll get you going as soon as we can. Like, there are other possibilities, and
When we all move in together, I'm gonna try to save up for the tower that I wanted in the beginning that I couldn't really save up for because of personal reasons.
we'll get it all figured out in the near future. So thank you all very much for being here. I
Thank you
can't.
for having me, guys.
Yes, of course.
Yes,
as
thank you for
always,
being here,
Prince. Once again, I can't believe all of you come and join me on coming up with the Idiocracy and going over all this stuff and having fun with the way that I do. You make this all possible, and you make this all so that it's worth my time and our time to come on here and to have fun with all of
Wolfie.
you. So thank you so much for being here. And we will see you all in the near future.
Someone says hi again.
And there is our cute little pussy of the night. So everybody, thank you very much. We are gonna get the freak out of here. So
My cat friend left me, so
Oh.
let me find our outro music, even though like it doesn't matter, but I'm never going to be what's it called it monetized, so I don't mind this. And if I do at some point, then I will just take this out of the stream. So I'm gonna end this with everybody. Thank you all very much. Everybody say bye.
Bye.
Yeah, and I didn't put it in the front of the thing. Okay, say bye one more time.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you all. We love you.
You to wave your finger, you must have been out your head. I hold deep in muddy waters, you practically raised the dead. Rob the grave to snow the cradle, then burn the evidence down. Soapbox house of cards and glass, so don't go tossing your stones around. You must have been high. You must have been high. You must have been. Put your mouth and head up fast, so what you talking must have been so high. You must have been so high. Still borrow me for saying your shady friends. Kangaroo done hung the jury with the innocent. Now your weeping shakes are chosen in the fog. I let you slip in your eye. And you piss all over my black hair. You must have been high, high. You must have been high, high. Who are you to wave your fingers so full of that? I both deep in muddy waters, but hypocrite. Liar, lawyer, mirror, show me what's the difference. Kangaroo done hung the guilty with the innocent. Now your weeping shakes are chosen in the fog. And you let yourself in your high, high. And you piss all over my black head. You must have been. So who are you to wave your finger? Who are you to wave your fingers at me? You were helping out your life.
Lie alone or say, what's the difference? Thank you all very much for being here. You all rock. We love you all. Eyes when you're pissing over my big hell. You must have been high, high, high. I know deep in muddy waters. Yes, I hold deep in muddy waters. As you must have been out your mind. All right, we'll see you all later. Thank you all very much for being here. You all rock.